interesting. Down on...
and he wouldn't have played back.
Just before the
Very
bounce,
often at all.
the Joey's bench is Allen, Haints, Hickey, the Alvaradi, and Kershaw. Kershaw.
I think we voted him best on ground last week, Zach Sherman, so that's massive.
Zach Sherman playing fullback, they've taken him deep.
Jacko Davis.
They go up in the middle. Banjanin wins it, knocks it down. Going through is Adams, dishes it off to Ferguson. Riley goes round the body, bouncing ball. St Joey's almost into attack. They will get into their forward 50. No, they won't. No, good work from Riley Hall there. Ball at half back. Callum Wade just stripped of the footy. Umpire letting it go. Dishes out the back. Trying to pick it up there is Dowling, Paddy.
Yep, found Jared Garner on the turn. Fisted away from Dobson. Now Lovick loves this stage, was wrapped up in a strong tackle. Mitchell gets a handball over the top. Lang went the body on Adams, missed the body and the footy altogether. Back to Mitchell. Now they have some time. Maloney spins to full forward. 2-on-1 contest. The man I speak of, Sherman, playing fullback. Unfamiliar territory for him. Jack Blood, calm under pressure out of the back half kick. Misses McMahon though, and the ball will be tossed in 60 out from home for Joey's.
Maybe just a little overuse by hands by Joey's then. I reckon they had about 7 or 8 in that transition.
Hot pace early.
Good start by Sherman back there, getting in the way early. We didn't get your tip, Milky.
I think, I'll go Joey's. As the ball spins in, Featherstone wins it, knocks it down. Super Joe gets it, pitched by Blood, already had a couple of possessions, goes towards Garner, he too had a couple. Not paid the mark, yes he does.
Clever kick that one by Blood. It could have got Garner killed, but he measured it pretty well to get it to him when he really didn't have a lot upfield.
Yeah, good call.
He had a call to go back. Garner decides to bring it to the kicks commentary side, looking for over the top of Pappy feet. Lovick picks it up. What can he do? He decides to go back, kicks it into the sun. Hickey.
Kicks it into the sun.
He kicks it into the sun. It's a good
player into the sun I'm talking about. Had to put his hand. Oh, he's put it out in the full. Pudding Hickey.
Big day for Lovick. He had 2 absolute stinkers in the finals last year.
He did.
Yep.
Worst 2 games he's played that I've seen.
Snowden had some sort of game last week.
Kicks just inside 50. Poor option though. Daniel Lovick does what Daniel Lovick does. Just floating as a spare back in the back line, intercepts the mark.
He's had a bit of it early.
He does. He takes his time with this one though. He's tucked in on the boundary, so forced to just go a long way back. They're a bit hemmed in Joey's. Capra over the top. Ferguson compiled a nice season of footy through the midfield, goes wide as has this man, Dan Measures. He's at half back, forced to kick off a step and well smothered. Ooh. So good forward pressure early from Mary's, Kirsch.
And
yeah, absolutely. And you know what? They've got to match what they did last week against a side that wasn't very hot round the ball. Yeah. You can see it's hot early, and they're matching them at the moment.
Interesting, they had that overlap number that time coming out of the back 50. They just didn't move it quick enough.
They did, yeah. And Banjanin gave Measures a bit of a spray as he got a hand on it. Banjanin competes with Featherstone. The ball goes down, goes past Super Joe. Garner being really good in these situations. St Mary's first shot on goal. Gillies over his head, and the ball goes out of bounds. We'll have a throw in. 20 around from the St Mary's goal. No score by either side. Been nearly travelling 3 minutes.
Jacob Welsh rolling with the shaved head, Milky.
Yes.
You can see out there, looks a lot different to what he usually does. Looks more intimidating than usual.
If you were here last week, you would have seen it.
Yep,
that's correct.
Tossed in. Ball at ground level.
Oh, you put him off there.
Yeah, got him.
I was going to say, he didn't sound like he picked up on it, Milky.
Yeah, we
it's a free kick anyway. Going the way of, that's Paddy Killen with the footy.
What'd you say there, Kirsch?
Sort of just in his back a little bit, but one of those rolling tackle type scenarios. Probably wasn't there, but...
So this is what they need to do. St Mary's, St Joey's have been notoriously slow starters, and they need the confidence boost, I think, after the results this year. So if they can kick goals early...
We know Joey's don't start overly well in games.
Yep. 19 years of age, young man. 21 goals this year. That's straight through, I reckon.
Middle, yes.
Good start and real happy with it too.
He was very happy with himself.
Definitely up and about.
First score to St Mary's. They're one straight. Joey's yet to score. We've played 4 minutes. That's all thanks to Blood Toyota.
Bit of a double fister there, just a pump me up celebration.
Yep.
Well, they've got to be up and about. Oh, nice spray there from me. After the reserves, they doubled St Joey's in the reserves, so they're going to have a lot of support. They've got to be up and about, the old St Mary's.
Yeah, they will be.
Should be a massive day here too. Traditional rival clubs, a Battle of the Catholics, massive clubs.
Battle of the Catholics.
Should be a lot of people here.
Battle of the Catholics. Everyone's blessing themselves in the stands. Up they go. Featherstone grabs it out of the ruck. Round the body he goes. Bouncing ball. Davis leads in the race, but the ball bypasses him. Trying to go back and get it was Callum Wade. Bounced off the St Joey's shin, and St Mary's players just hoping more than anything else for it to get a free kick.
Just over in the GD, Bannockburn 1 straight 6 to Inverleigh, who have just scored a behind.
Very nice.
Good.
Don't forget the grand final.
He doesn't miss much, the pup.
Both teams yet to score on
Whitey,
the
you're going to have to talk to these
grand
boundary
final.
umpires, mate.
Yes.
Jeez, they weren't great last Sunday. Kirsch, ball
No.
ground level.
It's been a bit of a bugbear of mine, Buzz.
Last night too, I noticed every single time the ruckman were charging forward to reach the ball.
Yeah. So we're filling some airspace because the ball didn't go anywhere after that throw-in that Kirsch speaks of. It'll be tossed up, 55 around. Banjanen and Tudor go at it. Banjanen wins out, throws on the left foot quickly. Lovick has to sit and wait. Did well. Took it on the chest. Finds Capra. Kicks inside 50. Bit too much on that. Chopped off by Dowling. He wheels and goes quicker. There's a dust up on 50. Keep an eye on that, Milky. As Dowling's kick goes wide to centre wing. Killen. Ball at ground level. McMahon thrust it over the boundary. I'll have it tossed in.
Yeah, sorry for laughing. That was Hyder and McLaughlin, the two midgets are going at it.
Absolute heavyweights.
Yeah.
And then Big Tudes come in and try to separate it.
Yes.
Well, he's giving him one there, McLaughlin. He's not happy with the attention.
Oh, there's another poor throw in. Gee whiz.
Wow.
Featherstone wins it, gets it across the measures across to his teammate. No, it's just bundled over the boundary, and we'll go through all of that again.
Torquay first on the board in the Bellarine Grand Final. They're 1 straight 6.
Wee. Yeah, just all business too.
Just look, Kirsch, the boundary umpire standing on the line. Come into the field of play, boys.
That was
As good as
perfect.
that.
He's okay.
That was perfect.
He's an adult.
Oh, the ball goes.
No, as in these kids are really battling.
Yes, I did notice that the young lady out here was calling for a drink of water. I'm not sure the game's been going 3 minutes, sweetheart. If you're struggling for a drink right now as the ball goes forward, Snowden takes the mark, dishes off the handball. Garner goes towards goal. Over kicks it over past his teammate. Picked up by him.
He's too high.
Very lucky.
Wow.
Very lucky.
He
There
saw
was
the man
Callum
coming
Mitchell.
behind him and dropped his legs just through the high contact.
Hear the breath then? Hear the breath
Yeah,
then?
it goes
Kershaw.
short.
Did you hear it?
Found Kershaw. He's got away with something there, Joey's.
Right.
Now James Hickey exits. Goes to centre wing. Good fist from Damien McMahon. Numbers with St Mary's, with St Joey's, excuse me, if they can get it out, and they do. Ball tumbles forward. Jeez, brilliantly done by Davis to the middle
Numbers
of the
aren't
ground.
there, yep.
I just got to wait. Now Ferguson,
2 on
favoured left side. There is a 2-on-1 contest, as Milky says. It's McCullough was the one for Joey's. Always going to lose out that. Hall has support. They can just ease their way out of the back half here if they can. They go by hand. Overuse again. Copley, Connors now has time to reassess. The kick to Banjanen was very poor. Featherstone came in now. Connors wrapped up in a strong Reed Adams tackle. Then just coughed it up. Featherstone had to get rid of it quickly. Kershaw escaped the clutches of Welsh and then tumbles one forward. Holgren, nice pick up. Left foot ball inside 50. Good contest. Dowling did well at half back. And then was it seen over? Not quite. Lang dumps one forward.
Look at him calling for it. Look at him
Goes
calling
to
for
a
it.
touch.
Yeah, you got to call for it, don't you?
Yeah.
You never know these days.
Should only allowed to have 3 appeals.
Like
cricket.
like cricket.
3 appeals, that's it. You're done.
Get the coaches down on the boundary.
They're all standing there bloody hailing cabs. It annoys the crap out of me as the ball goes in. Spinning ball. Over the top, Snowden knocks it clear. Trying to crash his way through.
That's on the ball.
Good tackle.
Holding
Yeah.
the nut. Yes, you're gone.
Strong tackling by both sides so far. Neither team can really break through at the moment.
Absolutely.
Yeah, St Mary's had the 4 and Joe's had the 3.
Perfect, Wilbur. That's it.
Well done. Ling brings it out to Killen. Down the line he goes. Ooh, almost finds Dobson, but it's not clear of him, and it rolls over the boundary line. Right in front of our boundary rider.
I'm onto the boundary umpire here, boys.
So Hayden McMahon starting forward again. Kirsch, he did last week and then switched
went
back.
back for 3 quarters. Good matchup. Callum Mitchell on Dobson.
Yeah, 2 VFL teammates down here at Geelong. So tossed in. Front spot was Snowden. On it down with 2 hands, then was ripped off it. Tudor, the opposing ruckman. Oh, nearly a throw. Came out eventually through Killen and
good
finds that man I speak of,
Yep.
Sam Dobson. This man is a player and a half. A chance to get drafted. I reckon
he's a
Kirsch next
strong-
season.
I reckon he's a strong rookie chance, mate, to be honest.
Scores are level in the GDs, 1-1-7 apiece.
The next Podsy Adley, there's been a few words going around that
Wow.
could forge his way onto an AFL list.
So they're going to shave his head.
I hope not. I don't think that was. I think it was. He was forced to shave it, Milky. I think he was hanging on a bit for a while. And in comes Sam Dobson. 7 goals last time these two met. Kicks from just outside 50.
he's
Fades
kicked
it
it.
back.
He's kicked it.
He's whacked it from outside 50 and no reaction. All in a day's work, Sam Dobson. 2 goals straight. Joey's yet to score.
He doesn't miss many.
Just staying composed.
Talk about the supporter base of each club here, boys. I've just done a quick head count. There's in excess of 300 people in the stand.
It is a bit flat, Whitey. What's to go there?
Very quiet, isn't it, down at ground level?
You would have thought with these two teams playing beforehand, big clubs, you would have expected big numbers here.
Yeah, absolutely.
BFL.
Yeah. Gee, they're all over them at the moment, St Mary's. They wouldn't want to give them too much of a start as the ball goes back in the middle. Garner again, but this time Hickey tries to crash his way through. Maloney tried to crash his way through, and ball in dispute just outside the centre circle. Been travelling 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
2 goals straight to St Joey's, yet to score. Umpire to ball it up again. So it's Tudor and Snowden. Ball comes out. Oh, just wrapped up. Got it high, says the umpire.
That's incorrect decision, that one.
Absolutely incorrect. Ball comes out wide. McMahon. Damien tries to pick it up. Gets it across to his teammate there in Dylan. Namesake there in Dylan. Beautiful kick into the middle of the ground. Ward. Goes to centre half forward.
Here we go.
And the ball over the back. Goes towards goal.
Copley, I think.
That was
32.
Copley, 32.
No, Copley, 42.
Yeah, Copley.
42,
sorry.
Yep, 42.
Zach Sherman
Copley.
on the half
Bang.
forward had his arms up before the ball had even been kicked.
Yeah.
3 straight.
Just wanted to watch here, Kirsch. Joey's are happily dropping a man back from the contest. The Mary's are keeping theirs in there, and they're
Yeah,
back
they
in
are,
their
aren't
ball
they, at the
use.
moment?
Yep.
And at the moment, their ball use is cutting them to shreds.
Yep.
But that kick inside from Hayden McMahon was glorious into the
Beautiful,
middle.
wasn't it?
Some great spread across half back from St Mary's too. When they took possession of the footy, they just spread really quickly.
St Mary's are +8 in kicks.
Hot start by the Saints. Heath Jamieson said yesterday, Milky, they were going to bring some heat early.
Yeah.
Hasn't arrived as
Nope.
yet. St Mary's with the upper hand. 3 straight they lead. Joey's yet to score. Ball in the middle of the ground. We'll have another stoppage.
They've really matched them with a contested pill, haven't they, Josh,
Yep.
at the moment?
They have Matthew.
Not surprising after last week.
Tossed up. Tudor in the ruck now for St Joey's. He and Featherston sharing the duties this afternoon with no Tom Denning in the side. Filtered out towards Rees. Had a slight fumble. Still had time to spin around on his right boot. Kicks towards Riley Hall. And Kieran Paliuris. Hall did brilliantly well again. Wade went without the footy. Ferguson dumped over the boundary. Right
Big
in the
blow. He's
outside.
gone down Conway's shirt there.
Yeah, it did.
Zach Sherman's gone back into the middle now. He's around this contest. He's been around the last few, so he's happily back in the
He
midfield.
started out on the wing and he's coming into the stoppages.
It's been looking like Darby Hyder's got a bit of a tagging role on Jackson McLaughlin.
Here we go.
The throw in. Stacks on the outer side. Where's this bloke been all year?
He is a backman now.
He's got to take a man.
We've got about 6 special comments today, and then the pump's jumping in.
I'm looking at everything else except the ball.
Yeah, look at them,
Good work. Up they go. Tudor and Snowden both miss it at ground level. Paliuris, I think that was, got it round the body, long way away. The ball goes over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in right on the arc of 50.
I'll tell you what,
He's
Hyder.
been in forward 50, you reckon, twice?
Yeah.
What was the inside? Sorry, Kirsch. Inside 50 count, Wilbur. Just quickly.
St Mary's 6 to St Joey's 5.
I'll tell you what Hyder is doing, putting McLaughlin off his game at the moment because that's all he's worried about is Hyder at the minute.
There is Sherman. His kick was smothered trying to exit defensive 50. Now Connors under some pressure. Tumbles one off the shin only as far as Cam Tudor, who's also forced to dispose quickly to about 55 out. Holcomb was up high. Sherman at ground level again, copped a nice bump as he went for the footy. And we'll have another stoppage right on the paint of 50.
Ground the rounds in the Bellarine Grand Final. Geelong Ammo is 1 behind to Torquay 2-1-13.
Wow.
And here, St Mary's 3 straight. St Joey's yet to score. 13.5 gone thanks to Blood Toyota.
Good work, Buzz. It's a ball thrown up right on the arc. Ball comes out the back, tumbled forward into St Joey's forward 50. Lovick overran it. Ball's kicked into space, picked up on this occasion by McNamara. No, he didn't pick it up. It comes out from the hands of Dowling. Goes wide, Jack Blood puts it out in front of Garner. He's had some sort of quarter, this bloke. Loves his ground. Jared Garner goes into the centre of the ground, puts his teammate under pressure, but Harrison Ling sees his teammate McMahon. What are you pointing at, Buzz? Damien?
I was just getting it quicker.
Yeah, it goes out towards Dobson. Got 2 to beat. Comes back Snowden. Picks it up. Dishes off the handball. Ling goes across to his Sherman. Sherman round the body. 1-on-1 in the goal square. Gilly's got a second Joey's boy in there to combat with. And the ball comes out back. McMahon!
Oi!
Hayden! I bet there wouldn't be too many goals to that boy's name this year.
That's his second in 2 weeks.
Yeah, well,
It is.
I think he had one for the season before that.
That,
one.
yep.
Did
Earlier this
Barnesy.
year.
Spot on.
Kirsch, they just
Wow.
keep working it forward again.
They do.
That whole transition, they were pretty ugly kicks their way through, but they're just forcing the ball forward and winning these 2-on-1 contests.
They're
Keely's hard one there.
They're actually getting possession, cleaner possession, whereas St Joseph's kicks are actually those rush kicks around
Back kick,
corners
yep.
and high bombs, and their entries inside forward 50 have been terrible.
Yeah.
St Mary's last week had lots of handballs, and they've been fast starters with the handball use, with the 20 handballs already.
good work.
Wow, hot start.
Blood Toter scoreboard 4 straight to nothing, and we've been travelling 15 minutes.
We have
Get on their bike it soon, Joey's.
ball through the middle of the ground. Sherman couldn't quite. Featherston off a step. Adams just fumbling a bit at the
panicky
moment.
handballs,
Joey's, yep, absolutely. Ball right in the heart of Simmons Stadium. Players do battle on hands and knees.
Just
And
watching
to the
this
umpire
stoppage, Kirsch, you've got 3 loose men for St
Just-
Mary's
they
back
have.
at the moment.
Yeah.
They started plenty up there, St Joey's. That has to be the plan now, is to run it through, but it's not working. They're panicking a little bit with the ball.
Well, the entries are going to just play into the hand of St Mary's at the moment.
Holtgren has gone back.
Yeah, and Hickey's playing
Yep.
spare as well. It'll be coming towards James Hickey over his head. And Dobson, Hickey not into the contest. No point standing there, Kirsch.
No point, Adam,
60
+3
out.
doing that.
And then
Oh.
whacks one forward deep towards Gillies. Got it!
Got it.
In the forward pocket, he marks. And there's a chance for St Mary's 5th straight goal. And St Mary's are yet to score.
St Joey's.
St Joey's, excuse me.
St Mary's have had 8 inside 50s, and they've kicked 4 goals, so they're going at 50%.
And with those extra numbers back, that makes it even more spectacular, Will. But
Yep.
again, that ball just landed in between those loose men. They're
Yep.
winning these contests.
So Tom Gillies, acute
Joey's
angle.
numbers.
Yeah.
Very acute angle. But kickable.
Yep.
Nonetheless, for Tom Gillies for his 45th goal of the year.
Oh,
but
straight through the
more
guts.
vitally, it's their 5th in a row.
They haven't missed yet.
What a start for St Mary's.
5 straight, 30 to St Joseph's, to have not scored.
Scored.
Thanks.
Scored even.
As you said, even then,
Scored.
Milky, they were all waiting deep defence, watching the goal. Well, St Mary's was setting up their attack. They were going to have to run back out to make leads anyway. They're just off the ball at the moment, Joey.
They look like they've had a team that's had the week off, Barnesy.
Yes.
Both sides setting up defensively behind the contested footy, but St Mary's using it better out the back and then running with their spread.
Missed opportunity from Ammos. They've just scored 2 behinds. If they had kicked 2 goals, scores would be level.
The ball comes out. Super Joe tries to go around the body. Oh, Davis just can't quite trap it. Coming out is McMahon. Then drags it back in. You're
tackle.
gone, says the umpire. Good tackle there.
They need a few more of those.
Ferguson
Just need to be able
needs
to
to
control
find
the
a
footy.
needs to find a target.
It's just got to be inside 50 entry, doesn't it?
He just goes wide looking for Lovick or Holtgren. One should block for the other, and they
dear.
neither did either. Lovick tries to keep it in play and gets shoved, bundled over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in.
I think that's the problem with starting their forward so high then. The free kick in the middle, he couldn't really wheel and go deep. They had to
Yep.
wait for them to make position.
Yeah,
He
that's
was
right.
forced to go to the flanks.
Lovick should have called Holtgren back into that.
Yeah,
ball.
just sealed him off.
Yep.
So to be tossed in on the back foot, the minor premier here. Featherston gets first chance at it. Strong tackle on Haints by Garner. Ball eventually comes out. Super Joe is there. Usually turns it on for us and wins a free kick.
Gets a free.
Oh,
And then not happy with the attention from Jack Blood.
who didn't land in his back.
No, he just wanted to pick on someone, Super Joe.
That's 50.
And then dumps a high footy numbers with St Mary's here. Hall comes double-fisted style. Thumps it out of play. The ball 30 around from goal.
Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I think for the first time this year, the man bun count is 0.
Yeah, no, Pat Kelleher.
No, he was the only one.
He's only one, I reckon.
Huge.
Massive.
Bad day for Pup.
Have been corrected, pup.
Yeah. The ball spins in. 30 round from the Joey's goal. Yet to
Super
score.
Joe!
Super Joe! Round the
No.
body he goes, but just dumps it into the air. Or trying hard to take that mark is
Maloney.
Maloney.
Been good early, Riley Hall, hasn't he?
Hasn't he? I was just
Yeah.
about to say, sometimes he gets in the wrong positions, but he still just doesn't lose contests.
He tossed in, hugging the point post. This is a real opportunity for Joey's to get their first score of the afternoon, can you believe? Nearly played 20 minutes in his first term, yet to score anything. Ball at ground level, we'll have another stoppage. 15 around from goal.
Ammos continue to close the gap. They're getting more behinds. It's now 4 behinds to 2-1-13.
It was a hot contest that last time, those two met as well. Oh, geez, upended. I think that was Tudor up high.
Oh, they're fumbly.
Welsh couldn't quite gather. Ferguson, handball was smothered. Oh, geez, and
Super
that's
Joe.
downfield.
Bang.
Super Joe absolutely decked Connors. No free kick. McNamara to a good grab.
He's Lucky there, Super Joe.
I reckon. So McNamara looks up. Had a nice year, young man playing a key defensive role. Goes short. I think that's Heinz, is it not, Kirsch?
Yep. It's a long way away.
It is.
Tell ya.
Just sits it up. Goes towards goal hall again with
Bang.
a dominant fist.
Super fist.
Out of play.
Just reads the ball so well to be able to know where the ball's going to go to be able to fist it out of bounds.
He times his fists well. He makes sure he
Yeah.
punches them. He doesn't just get a skerrick of a fist onto it. He makes sure he goes straight through the ball.
I'd like to see him go for his marks a little more. Like double fisting, you
Yeah.
can mark, you know.
Agree.
But
It's like Jake Lever from Adelaide.
Ball goes in. Super Joe hacks it out of the air. Trying to crash his way through.
Oh,
Ferguson,
no.
did he get one high? No.
No, he's
Umpire
gonna-
says play
I'll
on.
play for it.
No.
Any breeze down there,
Mate.
Whitey?
No, very still on the boundary, Kirsch.
Yep.
Still as Joey's scoreboard, mate.
Yep.
Oi.
21 minutes.
It's not that still.
So Tudor jumps high, doesn't get a hand on it. Davis tries to go around the body, but it's picked off by Garner, who in turn goes very wide. A good mark on this occasion by Ham.
Brilliant kick. Those are the ones Joey's aren't
Yep.
making.
Ham's taking the mark at half back. Then goes with the left down the centre wing, right in front of the kick. Commentary Featherston can't quite take the mark. Morrison's in there as well. At
dragged
ground
it.
level, did he drag it in? That's. I reckon that might even be
Yeah.
Copley, is it?
Yeah,
At
he's
that
going.
ground level.
Yep.
It is Copley. Free kick to Morrison.
Hard one to argue with that.
Yep.
So Zach Morrison,
The numbers in St Mary's have
Yeah.
set up well behind the ball.
while they're forced to go short, Morrison to McCullough, and then hangs one up. Dangerous kick.
Oh.
Palliera's got rid
Did
of his
everything
man,
right.
did the hard work, and then dropped the mark. Still has time. Handball intercepted. Now back to Holgren. Snap on goal. Just sneaks in for their first score
score.
of the afternoon at the 21.5-minute mark. Can you believe? And they still trail by 29 points, Milky.
Even then, Kershaw was just a rush kick on goal by
was.
Holcroft. He had time and space to figure it out and get a better option.
4 possessions before they had a shot on inside 50.
Dylan McMahon goes wide, finds his teammate in blood, in the blood by name, not in covered in blood, but goes with the right foot down the outer wing. Big push and shove. Featherston at the back of the pack. No mark, says the umpire. Tackled to the ground. On that occasion was Garner, but the ball spills out. Umpire's letting it go. Surely he's going to know he's going to
no,
ping.
he's
He's
not,
going
is
to
he?
ping someone at the bottom of that
He's
pack.
made a guess there.
He had it.
Oh, he has. Ball comes out to Measures, who goes down to Holtgren.
It's a bullet of a kick there.
That was a very ambitious decision by the umpire, I reckon. Same as ambitious as this kick into the
Riley
pocket.
Hall again, terrific.
Ball,
He's giving the boundary umpires plenty of work, isn't he? That's
Yeah.
about 4 times he's pulled the ball out of the boundary line.
was that on Paliuris?
Yep.
Yep.
Hard to believe St. Joseph's are +3 in inside 50s and they've only had the one score.
They've had it down their end for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah,
They
I
just
reckon
haven't been able to
they've
have any
controlled.
good shots.
Haven't been able to hit the scoreboard yet though.
Tossed in. Banjanen had the back position, still won the hit out. A few players a bit fumbly out there. Ball pretty hot still. Jeez, that's really well done by Ferguson. Just tumbles one forward. Palliuris hands it off. Well done,
Hates.
Hates. Goal.
But even that was
Their first of the afternoon.
even that was really hard to watch, wasn't it? It
They
wasn't
had to
very
work
clean.
Very hard for it, didn't they?
Handballs at the feet, handball to half volleys. But maybe they just need that for a little momentum as well.
It should get them going. As we said, they've had the ball up there in the last 10 minutes, so it looks like they're working their way into the game, Joey. They just need to calm them down a little bit with their
they
inside
do.
50s.
Yep.
4 points the difference in the GD. Inverleigh 2-3-15 to Bannockburn 3-1-19.
Just been watching an interesting matchup down here last 5 or 6 minutes. Daniel Lovick's come to the bench now, but he was manned up on Braden Ham, playing a bit of cat and mouse. Lovick went deep forward a few times, and
Interesting matchup.
yeah, it was.
Reckon as the ball comes out, Banjanen just chucks it over the top to Ham, who gets it on the boot quickly. While wheeling around is Garner. Goes, did he grab his hamstring after he kicked that? Goes to Gillies. Gillies goes by hand to Welsh. Welsh out wide to his teammate there in Connors. Connors bombs it to the top of the square. Snowden's in the middle. At the back, Morrison is wrapped up in the tackle. Then handballs it over the boundary line. Throw in, says the umpire.
St. Joseph's have been able to get it more in the inside 50, I believe, because they've restricted St. Mary's to only 3 handballs in the last 10 minutes.
Oh, keeping time stats now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tossed in.
Throw it in properly.
Bit shallow. Snowden. There's a whistle and a free
that's-
kick going.
That was the result of
that was the result of the throw in.
Because the ruckman had to reach over him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Featherston, the recipient. Kershaw, true full back, sits it up. Dangerous kick intercepted by Dowling. And the left foot check side sails out in
Put
the
out
full.
the full.
He had
Wow,
some time there,
lucky.
Dowling. He had numbers to use, or even straighten up and have a drop punt.
Probably thought he was a little bit more under pressure. That's why he didn't get to do the drop punt.
She's a little panicky, don't they, in the back?
They were.
Absolutely.
St. Joseph's.
Brought
That's
in by
pressure.
McNamara. goes to the opposite back pocket. James Hickey now. He has Rees working for him wider still.
Look at this.
And he might end up with it because Haynes has it at half back and then finds the overlapping Rees. Palliuris further ahead of him. He's just corralled on the bounce, didn't come back to him. And then they beat it by Copley.
What a
No,
tackle.
didn't get a free kick. Unbelievable. Dowling. Now Sherman, they've got numbers in the middle. Banjanon's one of them. He's a big boy. Cops it from McLaughlin. Takes the advantage. Connors through the middle of Simmons Stadium. An absolute hack of a footy. Inside 50. Capra just got it out of there. No one was there. Snowden tumbles one forward. Falls out the back. Killen on the step. Whacks into the post.
Geez, that was summing up the game, wasn't it, so far? Joey's trying to get forward, fumbling and making mistakes. The ball coming back over their head.
They're coming out the outer wing here, but all St Mary's numbers.
Yep, gone out there to Reese. Reese's buzz just coughs up a fur ball. Reese just goes down the line.
There we go.
Straight over Hickey's head.
He's
out
one of the
full.
most dependable players, Reese, and he's had an absolute stinker so far. Everything he's touched has turned to
Been very nervous, hasn't he?
Same kick comes in, picked off, dishes out the hand of Sherman. Sherman just grubs it. Featherston picks it up, gives it off by hand back to Reese. Reese then finds Kershaw, takes a muck, still inside defensive 50.
Got nowhere to go down
Nice.
here.
He's got to come back in the corridor slightly here. It's an half.
I thought he was going to go towards Tudor, but he goes to Haints instead. Haints now looking around. Just about to go this time over Tudor's head. Shannon picks up the footy. It's all St Mary's at the moment. Goes over to Copley. Copley by hand. Sherman into Gillies.
In the back.
Free kick.
Tried to do his work early there, Gillies. Just a little bit too much force in it.
Kirsch, just quickly. Sorry, Whitey, go on.
Joey's just had to chip it out of defence, and St Mary's covered really well up the ground.
Just quickly for the listeners, Kirsch, just explain why Joey's are struggling so much to get it out of their defensive 50 at the moment.
Well, St Mary's are setting up really well behind the ball, but in saying that too, the pressure of the St Joseph's players with ball in hand is causing the turnovers as well.
Just watch Joe McCullough do what Daniel Lovick should have done earlier. He just
Seal
slops
off.
for
Look at that.
Featherston.
And they're under pressure here. Featherston gave it to Kershaw under all sorts of pressure, and now they've got themselves into a hole. Tudor tries to get them out his
he's
handball.
done it again.
They're missing targets by hand and foot. This is uncharacteristic from the minor premier. Garner inside 50. Mitchell, that was a
Good mark.
courageous
Yep.
grab.
As a United Fields contender there,
An
Mitchell.
absolute contender.
That takes a bit of doing, let me tell you. Only 19 years of age, can you believe, Milky?
He's got a big future.
Tasmanian products had just about a full year down here at the Geelong VFL system. Just his 7th game for St Joey's.
Super
Joe
Joe!
in front of us, in front of us, like Stiffy. He just knows we're here.
And then
the kick. I jinxed him.
You did.
Commentators curse out in the full, and Hall goes to the middle of the ground.
Finds. I thought he found Happy Feet, but he
Oh, he
gets a free
actually
kick.
didn't touch.
Free kick. Alex Hickey might have been a little bit stiff.
They've been trying to use it at 45 quite often as well.
No,
St.
he's got
Mary's.
McMullen just come off the interchange here. Makes use of him. Finds him right in front of the kicks commentary team. Whitey's down there watching closely. Balls goes across to Killen. He in turn across to McMahon. Goes over to Lang. Lang out very wide, trying to find Ham. Bouncing ball. If Ham can trap it before it goes out, he can't. Goes out as far away from us as possibly can be, guys. Next stage is roll onto Moorable Street.
Disappointing use by Lang, the chai latte master. He had a man in the middle there. Snowden was by himself calling for it. Buzz's nemesis.
He's not happy that I keep bringing that up, but he does drink chai lattes in his spare time. And
Why do you hate him, Buzz?
I don't have a lot of time for Lang. He went to school with him, Barnesy, but he drinks chai lattes, and I can't have that. Sherman
Look at
inside
this.
50, just over the head of Killen, who's providing a nice target for Marys. Geez, love it. You know they're in trouble, and he's coughing it up.
Yep.
Now McMullen ripped off it. Kick inside 50.
No.
Dobson couldn't quite. Good contest on him and Mitchell. Mitchell started the game nicely. Only it falls as far over the head of Gillies. Had him all by himself, and Hickey can stream out of defence. This is James. Goes looking for Tudor. Just misjudged the flight of the footy then. McMahon has time. There's one coming though. McMahon was whacked in the back. Tudor tries to fend off Lang. Just dropped the
Got
footy.
one short.
Now the race is on.
Look at
McLaughlin v Darby Hyder. McLaughlin is his first there. Was he in the back?
In the back. Yep.
And it's paid. Knew what he was doing, Jacko McLaughlin. And he holds his face, and it's a bit on here, Milky.
Played very well.
Yep, they've been.
don't want
Hyder's
to
been
cough it
after him
up.
all afternoon. He didn't miss his chance to get right into him there.
Little bit more in this, I reckon.
Yep.
Harrison Ling there, boys. Sometimes you've got to be a bit selfish and have a shot at goal. He was inside 50, heading straight towards goal, and went to the short pass and turned it over.
I think you looked up, Whitey, and there was a lot of numbers back for Joey's because they didn't defensively
And
transition
50.
well.
And 50.
Certain goal now to McLaughlin.
Not sure what the 50
I reckon that was against Hyder, who was debating his case to the umpire.
Can't debate it after that length of time.
The umpire had heard enough, and they're getting into him now, the young man.
St Joe's have had 9 free kicks to St Mary's 5.
Big turnaround. They had 3 times they tried to go inside 50 to loose targets there, Marys. They had targets on each time.
And it's the sort of thing that can change momentum too. McLaughlin just salutes his fan club, which seems to follow him wherever he goes. In the pocket.
A bit like Wilbur's fan club.
Bit like Wilbur's fan club.
And we all know that the only way to get back at an opponent who's wearing your local glove is to kick goals. So he's getting his head switched on now. He's got one on the board, and now build on that from this point on.
St Mary's 5-1-31. They still lead St Joey's 2-1-13. We've played half an hour first term thanks to Blood Toyota.
Good work. They've just been so much cleaner with the ball, haven't they, St Mary's
absolutely.
boys? They've made a couple of silly mistakes, but the rest of it, they've been fantastic.
St Mary's had the 62 kicks to St Joseph's 49.
Good work as the hooter goes. There's our quarter-time score on the Blood Toyota scoreboard. It's St Joseph's 2-1-13. They trail, St Mary's 5-1-31.
I don't know about grabbing Jamo at this break, Whitey.
I was just wondering the same thing.
I think...
What Nipsey's Whitey rolling with? Who's that Nipsey next to him?
The fans rolling in.
Yeah, who's that beside you?
That's my son Cooper, my youngest son.
Okay, no.
Fair set of hair.
Yes.
No Zoolander there, mate. No Zoolander. There's a ball back in the middle. Up they go. Banjannon and Featherston. Banjannon wins it. Garner throws a boot at it. Reese comes through, tries to pick it up. Dishes off the handball to Measures the kick and find Hates. He's just a machine, this bloke. Hates, just a little short one. Goes down the line, finds Hickey. Hickey pumps it into centre half forward. Holtgren, he leaves it for Davis. Great use of the body there for Davis.
Tell you what we talked about before the game, how they're going to get back into this game, and that is by maintaining possession and execution in those first 4 possessions. Spot on.
Crucial ball win by Reese on the ground ball.
Absolutely.
He's been fumbling all day. He put his head over it, won the ball, got it to his teammate.
Yep.
Perfect.
Torquay opened the second quarter with a goal and now stretched the margin to 13.
Probably one of the nicest kicks in the business, Buzz.
Yes.
If not the best in the
Every time.
Highly rated. You just don't want to moz him.
The best.
You would have jinxed him now, probably.
Yeah,
comp. No, this. He does has these for breakfast, Jacko.
Probably better on the run.
Davis better on the run, says Buzz. In he comes. Kicks straight over the goal umpire's head.
Didn't even move, Buzz.
Never doubted him.
Why did you have your back to the play, Buzz? That's all I want to know.
Never doubted him.
On the Cryo Bay Health Group scoreboard, Joey's get early blood 3-1-19. Trail St Mary's 5-1-31.
So that's 3 in a row now to Joey's. They've picked the last 3 in this contest, and as we said with that passage of play, that's how they play their footy.
Yep. Got some really good spread from the corridor and maintained possession, like we said. So.
Yep, absolutely. So despite all their early dominance, St Mary's only lead by 2 straight kicks. That's all that separates these two sides. Ball back in the middle. Featherston went early, missed it. Now Welsh, spinning ball on his left foot to 55 out. Mark nearly taken by Mitchell. Couldn't quite. Numbers all with St Joey's here. Measures, spins onto his left foot. Kicks with his right.
Always
Finds
hurt
Lovett.
Measures.
Done. Oh, that didn't look good. Keep an eye on him. Lovick switches wide. Finds Kershaw.
Definitely right leg
He's in
for
a bit of trouble here, Measures.
He's staying out there for the time being because he might get this footy as Kershaw runs across the face of his goal. Obviously, Dad didn't tell him to knock a crick across the face of goal. Put Morris under all sorts of pressure. Here's Measures. Does all right to looked a bit ginger kicking that footy.
Absolutely hurt himself.
And finds he can't go off though because the footy's still in his vicinity.
He's still calling
He wants
for
it back.
Yep. Hickey with the footy. This is Alex. James. Lovick has to sit under this and wait on the total logo and marks.
Good mark.
Well done, Dan Lovick.
Garner will be disappointed. He didn't take anybody there at all.
As Measures stays on, Milky not going off.
Very awkward running from Measures. Jeez, Lovick just spears the pass into Ben Maloney.
It wasn't a bad kick because he had actually nothing in front of him. They've got the numbers back, St Mary's.
Maloney goes with the left into the foot. Tudor's the target and Holtgren. Tudor doesn't take the mark. Ball comes over the back. Reese goes through, tries to crash his way through, wrapped up in a tackle. Got one too high. No, the fend off, I reckon.
Yeah, high
Was
fend
it?
off.
Fend
High fend off is paid, yep.
Was that against Hyder?
In favour of Hyder.
Go to.
Yes, it
Yeah.
was.
I can feel him firming in the unique of the week there, Hyder.
Yes.
Pup's got his eye on him.
Ball comes out to Ling. Down the
Oh,
ball.
good body
use
work.
of the
Yeah.
body.
He's had the better of the matchup, I reckon, Kirsch.
Yeah, he has. In those situations, he has. Dobson was got on the end of a bit of a scrubber kick before, but yeah, it's going to be a good contest all day.
Oh, nice little roll in there
Lingy.
from Ling.
Get the feeling the next 10 minutes is crucial, don't you, boys? I reckon.
Just get the feeling, Whitey.
Just get that feeling in the bones, Whitey.
This is Ling from half-back. Dobson up high, was third in line, brought it to ground. Banjanin tumbles one forward, it bounces on its end. Hickey will be first there for St Joey's, and then puts on the
turned him
afterburners too.
Well done.
And then the kick is poor. Straight to Sherman. He played on. He played on.
No!
He played
on.
on.
They smothered the handball.
He played on. That is a poor
They've
call.
got 50.
I think the umpire
That's a
called play on
shocking
as well. It looked like he put his arms
He
up.
definitely played on. He went to, I think it was, he went to hand pass it and it was intercepted.
Very poor call.
And that's just play on. That's all that is.
Definitely going to hurt St. Joey's now.
So
Looked
now,
like a definite free kick down at ground level.
Whitey goes against us.
Okay,
No,
fair
not
enough.
really. I just made that.
Sherman from point
Doesn't
blank
miss.
range, no worries.
Wow.
So that's a big goal when Joey's had the momentum, kicked the last three, and that form line has been thrown away by Zach Sherman. They're sixth. St Mary's 6-1-37. St Joey's 3-1-19. Back to 18 points thanks to Caribe Health Group.
It looked like the umpire had got into the process of waving his arms for play on. Until then, you can't encroach. So technically, it should have been a 50 if he hadn't called play on, but I thought he had.
You looked like it.
But he handled.
Definitely
He
sounded
handled.
like it down
Yep.
here, yeah.
Back in the middle. Up they go again. Van Jaden wins it, knocks it down. Oh, only as far as Garner, who's wrapped up in the tackle immediately, so the umpire's just going to have to go through all of that again.
St. Joe's have had the 12 kicks and the 9 marks, so they've been able to get their game style of uncontested ball.
Okay, Featherson gets shoved off by Banjana, who drives a fist into it. Morrison gets a hand on it. McMullen goes back. Oh, did he throw that out of there? Comes out to Welsh. Over to Connors. Round the body he goes. 2-on-1 here. Capra knocks it clear. Goes back, goes bang!
Oh, he's missed.
Missed it.
Wow.
Wow!
Jeez, he was strong, wasn't he?
Yeah, he just got rid of his opponent there, Tom Gillies, and would have had himself a tank of fuel, I reckon, if he'd slotted that one.
Played perfectly. but
Gave
just
Benny
couldn't
Capra a
finish.
nice one in the guts in the last duel, if you didn't notice it, boys.
Yep. So Mitchell brings it in for St Joey's. Margin 19 points St Mary's way. Good mark at the front of the pack by Zach Morrison. And the traditional long sleeves for him. Drives it down the line. Hyder has front spot. Had to sit and wait in front of Holgren. McLaughlin is getting some real attention from St Mary's. He was upended. Connors handball to McMahon. Sold him down the river. Strong tackle. It'll be a ball up. No free kick there at all.
Jeez.
Pressure's
Contest.
been a lot better for St. Joe's this quarter.
Yep. Bit of push and shove too. So the ball's on the far side. Centre wing. 19-point margin to St Mary's. Banjanin got a slight hand to it. Connor's been busy through the middle of the ground. McMahon on the boot quickly. Dobson just playing in front. Took the mark. It's 1-on-1 inside 50. The one's Gillies. Gets rid of him again.
Surely
And not
it's
quite.
out.
Jeez, he had, Capra had close attention on him. Hickey to Allen to Kershaw. Dances inside. Nicely done. And the kick, oh boy, that's
No one.
not nicely done.
Hang
Holcomb
on.
might get the bounce. Oh! Jeez, takes out
Gotta go
Riley
to the
Hall.
ball.
Yeah.
Should have. Lost out eventually, and now Damien McMahon has the footy right in front of us, Milky.
Right in front of the Kicks commentary team.
He would have got the ball.
Just runs,
Yeah.
just runs
Go at the
straight
footy.
past it, ignored
Yep.
the footy.
Damien McMahon down the Kicks commentary side wing. Up he goes Allen as front spot. Doesn't take the mark. At the back measures. He's ridden into the ground. Ball comes back. Comes off the boot of
yeah.
Allen. Holtgren takes the mark on this occasion. Who's he got to go forward? Tudor's leading into the centre square. He's ignored him.
Not a lot forward for
Not
him.
a lot forward. He's decided to go in the Tudor direction. He's got Riley Hall to beat. Hall just really clever use of the body there. Goes to the outer side with the boot. Look out here, Davis. Good mark to Sherman. Just has plenty of time. Goes to Welsh.
Yep, he goes back to Sherman by hand, streaming out of the back half. Had to sit and wait, did Copley. Just allowed the spell to come in. Welsh threw his weight around. Couldn't get the footy though. Another fumble. Now it comes out of there eventually. St Mary's with it. Copley again. Under all sorts of pressure in the middle of the ground. Umpire bails them out though with a free kick going the way of Paddy Dowling.
It might have been in the back, but it certainly wasn't high, that free kick.
That was a big footy too. I reckon if St Joey's had won that, would have gone back down inside 50. Dowling towards Snowden. Impeded, was he? No, says the
Probably more so.
umpire.
Oh.
Good tackle by Copley on Reed Adams. Just inside the centre square. And we'll have a ball up. So 6-2-38 St Mary's. St Joey's 3-1-19. 8.5 gone thanks to Caribe Health Group.
Hyder's doing a number on McLaughlin.
The
McLaughlin's throwing jumper punches, and he barely stops running because the second he does, Hyder's right there hugging him.
Small man syndrome.
This Hyder watch coming from the pup at the moment.
Hyder cam.
He is giving him plenty off the ball, McLaughlin, and Hyder's pretty happy with that, I think.
He's
St.
wasting a
Mary's-
lot of energy.
St Mary's have had the 4 clearances for the quarter. To Joey's none.
Ball goes up again. Featherston Banjanin wins it.
Make
As
it
far as
forward.
Sherman spears the pass in. Snowden knocked away from him. Loose ball. Dobson in the pocket. Round the body he goes. Gillies.
Oh, he's got
it!
it!
Bang!
United Fuels contender right there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They're very hard to kick from that angle as well. When you kick in a snap as well.
Nah, they're
so.
pretty easy, actually, Wilbur. You can make a career on it.
On the Cryo Bay Health Group scoreboard. That takes it, Marys, to 7-2-44. Joey's 3-1-19.
Torquay with a 3-goal lead at the moment. Ammo's still 8 behinds to
Wow.
Torquay 4-2-26.
Got to take your opportunities in grand finals.
And over in the
Wilbur would
GD,
know. Wilbur would know.
over in the GD, Inverleigh 4-5-29, just 5 points clear of Bannockburn 3-6-24.
It's one to watch for
Couple
sure.
of tight contests all through Geelong. Featherston, Adams by hand, Rees. Not always the most reliable kick of the footy. Good body work. But then Holcren again just left
There
it.
is no synergy whatsoever in their forward half at
Two
the
St
moment.
Joey's players just looked at each other and left it
Davison
for their
Holcomb it
counterparts.
was.
Just no talk there.
Unbelievable.
It's like they haven't played together before.
Yeah.
This stuff.
Strange. So St Mary's back with the footy, just dumped down the line. Dobson
Good mark.
was 30 line. Morrison to hold his ground, did well, took the mark. Found Lovick, now Adams.
Oh,
Boy,
here we go.
fumbling
Jeez.
kick
Out.
turned over. Dowling reads it best. Sherman 55 out. Can he get the bounce? He can't.
Good work.
Did well.
McNamara did well.
Oh,
Goes to the middle of the
jeez.
ground. Chopped off by Snowden. Can they neutralise this contest, Joey's? They need to. And they do, right in the heart of Simmons Stadium.
Crucial stuff by McNamara. Sherman had him inside. He stepped inside him, but he stripped him on the ball. Otherwise, Sherman was having a shot at goal from 40 metres out.
Even that skill there, that you're
Yeah.
on your own, 20 metres clear.
Featherston knocks it clear. Only as far as Connors, back to Featherston. Over the top he goes. Palioris, hands out wide, missed Measures. Super Joe's there. He's wrapped up in the tackle. Manages to get it out. Comes out to Measures. Measures looking to kick it to a teammate. He's got Tudor on the lead. Hands on it. Can't mark it. Back to Ferguson.
Hit
Bounce
his
off his
face.
chin.
Falcon.
It comes out to Hyder. Hyder gets it across to Snowden. Snowden in turn. Across to Garner. Down to McMahon. McMahon round the body he goes. He's
I've
got
got one
his
off the
teammate
bench.
there in Copley. Copley's got his Ham. Ham got it. He's got it on a string. Ham goes around into centre half forward, full forward. Oh, good mark to McNamara.
Poor kick in the end by him. He danced well, danced around really well, but just couldn't get enough leverage on it.
Ammos have kicked their first goal.
McNamara found Adams.
Shocking
turnover.
my God.
Back to Ham. This is uncharacteristic from Joey's.
Imagine
Don't-
if you've come for the first time, Buzz, to watch
you would-
GFL football.
You would not believe they haven't lost a game this year. Kick inside 50. Lovick couldn't complete the mark. He'll end up with it though. Hands were clean. Holcroft
Oh, look out.
in the back half had to hurry
Right.
and turn it over. McMahon getting a lot of footy
They're
through the
lined
back
up
half.
here.
Look at him lined up
And
here.
they line up to the middle of the ground. Welsh has time. Point of the centre square. Goes looking for Gillies.
Oh.
Nearly got the mark.
There's a
And
free
he's got the
kick.
free.
There's a
he's played
whistle.
it to-
And it's
Oh,
going
no.
the way
Gillies.
of Tom Gillies. That is unbelievable.
Wow,
What was that for? Is it holding or?
Yeah, he paid it for holding.
I'll tell you what. I
Gillies got
reckon,
rid of his opponent and dropped a chest mark. There's nothing in that.
I reckon Gillies engaged all of that
Absolutely
contact.
did.
Yeah.
They won't be umpiring next week, these three.
Oh, what?
Oh.
Oh,
Kirsch is going to come
it has
down
been
now.
horrible.
Nah, that was
Just not there.
Just as horrible as been Joey's kicking. They're possibly coming into
Yeah.
this game. We thought they maybe the best field kicking side in the history of the GFL, and
Yep.
they've just been
Yeah.
atrocious today.
Yep.
Worst efficiency by foot and hand I've seen.
Tom Gillies.
Boundaries have been good though, Kirsch.
Ah, jeez.
So Gillies from the right forward pocket caresses it to the near side.
Maybe they should get the boundaries to do
Behind.
central, Whitey.
I'll see what I can work out.
Yeah,
at half-time.
swap them over.
St Mary's have been well to also read the ball to be able to intercept the marks across their half-back.
Joey's have really tightened up in the back line, I reckon. I don't know what the inside 50s are, but they seem to be rebounding well and not many options for Marys. I think they're going to have to kick longer goals.
Oh,
Jeez.
Went looking for McNamara, but chipping in and taking a good mark was Connors. Connors goes down the centre corridor, but trying to take the mark, just knocked it clear, but Snowden picks it up. Ball comes out the back. Davis is in there. He's wrapped
Great
up in a tackle. A really good tackle. I think that's Welsh that's got him in the tackle.
Connors it was.
Connors, and we'll have a ball up.
Just had to move that one in quicker, Connors. He had a man calling for it, and it took him too long to kick it to him and allowed Lovick to get in the way.
Just aired it a little.
Yeah.
Ball's tossed up just outside 50. Featherstone tries to smash it clear. McCullough got rid of one. Jeez, he's in trouble, I reckon. Nearly holding the footy against Super Joe, our
He's
man.
going to pay in the back here.
And he's paying in the back against for Snowden, I should say. So he'll kick from 55. Wants to go quickly. Goes by hand to Garner, who mums one.
Look at this.
It'll work, though, I reckon. McMahon got a little nudge in the back from Holker, who's got the size advantage, and then finds Jacko McLaughlin, who takes a bounce. He's got two bearing
Nothing to
down.
kick
Goes the inside-out banana. There is no one down there, as Matt Kershaw says. Hall all by himself. And then finds Hayden McMahon in the long sleeves. The left footer goes to this broadcast side.
used.
Nice kick, too.
Well
Really
used.
nice kick. It's a
Been
Harry
right, this
Ling.
Ling takes the mark, goes for Ham, takes the mark, doesn't let him down. Right in front of the kicks commentary team.
So two loose men back for Joey's at the moment. It's why they can't go quickly. They have to pick their way through here.
They haven't fixed the distance of his ones on his back.
Ham just bombs this big left footer.
Oh!
Almost takes the mark, does Dobson. Ball comes out, Featherstone just bombs a handball. Reese doesn't get a good bounce. Comes across to Hickey. He dishes inside to Davis. No, sorry, to Maloney.
Right in the middle. Lachlan again.
Right in the middle as the ball comes back to... sorry, to McMahon. Look at the fight. Goes across to Wade. Wade in turn to Sherman. Goes long into the pocket. Gillies.
Got
And
it.
just stretches and take the mark. He's got the wood on Capra.
Oh, hasn't he ever?
He has. He's got him in all sorts at the moment. Once again, he just shoved him to the side, gave himself enough space. Beautiful kick by Sherman to get it to him quickly before men could close in as well.
St Joseph keep winning the ball from their back half and through the midfield, but they've got nothing to kick to. St Mary's just got the numbers behind the ball
Spares.
every time.
On that occasion, it was a 5-on-1 when they won the ball, but they just had to hack kick it forward.
Right.
They get where they're panicking with the ball at the
Riley
moment.
Hall just keeps intercept mark.
7-3
Well, he's got no one
on the
to
board
play
at the moment.
Nah.
In comes Gillies to kick another one.
Missed
He's
again.
pushed it to the right. He's got 1-3 now.
That's 3 good shots he's had this quarter,
Yep.
Gillies. He should have kicked all of them.
So it's 7-4 it is. 7-4-46 to 3-1-19 on the Cryo Bay Health Group scoreboard.
Just feels like the wall's about to burst here if they can get the next one, St Mary's.
In the GD, Inverleigh on a bit of a run there. 6-4-41 to Bannockburn 3-7-25.
Good mark by Tudor out of the back half. Well done by McMahon. Was Dylan that time getting a fist in as Tudor took the mark and wheeled quickly.
He and Paliuris need to get a bit of the footy, I reckon.
Paliuris has
very
been
quiet.
quiet.
Yeah.
Unsighted Pelly.
Yep.
So on the harder centre wing right on the outer side.
Look at all this.
Even still, they got numbers
Spares.
behind
They
the
got
ball. St
Paddy
Mary's.
Dowling.
Both sides got numbers behind the footy here.
Featherstone down to McCullough. Lang was first on the scene. That's in the back. Got to be in the back.
Consistent.
Yep.
Ironic cheers from the crowd.
Two men in the fluoro boots. Dowling and Holgren. Holgren, the recipient of the free kick. Maloney lurks for the handball. Nothing doing.
3 on 1
Kick
here.
inside 50. The one nearly wins it. Milky Davis
Oh, he's got
tries
one high.
to get the free kick.
Play
He
for
milked it. Definitely tried to milk it. Handball over the top. They can exit now. Callum Wade burst clear of Super Joe. The kick isn't great. It'll be coming back as McNamara takes the mark just forward to centre wing.
And he doesn't need a band. McNamara goes back to Capra. Takes the mark. Gillies paying close attention.
Again, numbers behind the ball.
Capra looking who he's got to kick it to. Goes down the line. Wide looking for Super Joe. Gets a hand on it. Doesn't take the mark though. Avoids Ham and goes over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in right in front of our boundary rider in Super Whitey.
Super Whitey.
St Mary's are just forcing St Joseph's to play an uncommon brand of football at the moment.
Yep.
Something not used to.
Glad you got that one out, Kirsch.
Yeah.
Featherstone.
I was waiting for this boundary umpire to see what he was going to do, and I was right what he was going to
Oh,
do.
geez, Wade got one high, but he was
He
out
was
of
out of
play.
play, umpire.
He was way out of play.
It doesn't. You can't still whack someone in the face no matter where they are on the field.
You should be able to.
That was right in front of me. Jens.
Wade, and then he
Definitely
didn't go
out of
behind his mark. The umpire picked him up on that one.
play. You want me to ask him? He's right here.
Yep,
He
go on.
doesn't mind himself, that umpire, either.
Call for the handball, Whitey.
Yeah, call for that. He might give it to you. And then he luck. Dowling works for him over the top. Running towards the bench though. So he just forced to go short and finds blood. Just back with a centre wing. 7-4-46 St Mary's plays St Joey's 3-1-19. As Blood still has the footy, assessing the options. Kicks to half forward. Oh, St Joey's down there. Went through the hands of all of them though. 3-on-1. 3 guys couldn't take the mark and the ball was out of play. 65 around from St Mary's goal.
Both sides rigging the changes.
Van Jenner been trying to get back on the ground for the last 4 minutes. I reckon he can't get on.
Spinning ball, still a bit short that one. Over the top goes Tudor. Finishes up with Haints. Down he goes,
Still.
finds Allen who drops his sitter. Umpire gives
Oh, dear me.
Wow.
it's almost like the occasion's too much for him, St. Joey's.
It's infectious.
Yeah.
Barnsley said it's infectious in the worst way possible, isn't it?
Yep.
There's only one real way infectious works.
No, I know. You know what I mean, though.
Tudor flips it over. Welsh ducks his head. Umpire says nothing in that. Ball comes out the back. Connors round the body he goes. Wobbly ball towards Dobson. At the back, McNamara. But the ball comes back from Capra by hand. Over to his teammate there in Mitchell. But the ball... I reckon that ball was out by a mile. Comes back here. Picked off on this occasion by Dowling. The smooth left footer. Mungs a ball there. Got it. Gets a mark is Dobson.
Just as well he had Garner on his own there, central, so just as well he took the mark.
Absolute mung of a kick with Dobson was in the right spot.
Yeah, I think it's you, isn't it, Buzz? This is the best kick, Dowling. Beautiful, silky left footer.
Don't think I've said that, but
It still looked good until he kicked it.
Or is it Wilbur? Someone loves him as a kick.
I do. I like. He's
reckon
got a
he's a
great
real good
style.
kick.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't always nail them, but he looks good.
Looks like a nice
looks
kick.
good.
They got to scrap the extra number here, St. Joseph's.
Yeah.
Just got to go man on man, head to head, get back in this game.
Bang goes Dobson. Gets his third, by the way, guys.
That's their first mark inside 50 as well, St. Mary's. So they haven't been able
Where
to...
Gillies took one 3 minutes ago.
Was it a
right.
mark? Oh.
Corio Bay Health Group
Come on, Wilbur,
scoreboard.
you're letting yourself down.
8-4-52 St. Mary's. They lead St. Joey's 3-1-19.
I was going to ask if you had the inside 50s count there, Wilbur, but I'm not too sure now. Do you know what it is? Or?
They've had the 14, Whitey.
Yeah, right.
To
And
what?
Joey's
7.
double.
Danger signs for Ammos at the moment. They're 110-16
110.
to Torquay's 7-2-44.
Wow.
28 points of
Had
difference.
2 more
Jeez.
scoring shots.
Banjanin easily down to Garner. Sherman been busy this second quarter. Whatever they were rubbing into his legs seemed to work at quarter time. Gillies attracts a crowd and then dumped just inside 50. And we'll have a ball up. There's a couple of players just
He's moving a
exchange
little bit.
pleasantries.
He's a bit proppy, Sherman. It looked like it was a high rub sort of in the groin region. He looks a bit awkward, but he's still playing pretty well.
Down goes Hickey, but obviously playing for it. No whistle from the umpire. Banjanin on his own footy at ground level. And again, the ball has not moved. It'll be
Against St.
tossed
Mary's
up.
numbers behind the footy
Still,
here.
yeah, got to
Yep.
hate McMahon there.
Yep. It's working. They've put Joey's off their game, as Kirsch has said.
it is.
Banjanin dominantly down.
Oh,
Dobson.
here we go.
Sherman on the outside.
Coming back.
He's
Yeah,
got it. Zach Sherman. St Mary's are blowing St Joey's out of the water. 9-4-58. The Corio Bay Health Group scoreboard now reads for the Saints. St Joey's minor premier 3-1-19 and on the ropes.
They were really defensively poor around that
Yep.
stoppage.
Yeah, absolutely. They had,
Yep.
How much time did he have to get that ball, have the
Yep.
handball, and Sherman was in 5 metres of space?
As a midfielder, you can't give someone 2 metres off a stoppage.
No, exactly.
Probably the worst player in the competition to do it too, as far as goal-kicking midfielders.
St. Mary's have had the 8 clearances as well, so getting on top in that start.
High to watch. The
Just
umpire
like
in the
goals.
centre giving him some choice words as he went past.
Umpire.
Ball comes through to Reese. He tries to pick it off. Comes out by hand. There's that man Sherman. Knocked over. Blood with the left smothered. Comes out to Ferguson. He goes with the left up and under. The right, in fact. The ball goes out to Davis. McMahon's there with him. Trying to crash his way through. On that occasion was Maloney. But the ball just comes back to Welsh. To Damien McMahon. Out the back to
Sherman
Lang.
again.
Goes
He's off
out.
the chain,
Ty
isn't he,
Larte's
Sherman?
gone. He's got
Yes.
Sherman.
James
I don't
Allen's
know who's
man.
playing on him.
James Allen in the middle.
But Sherman goes into centre half forward. Tudor gets back and takes the mark for Joey's.
Daniel Lovick deep forward for Joey's too. I would have thought they'd need to
Oh,
drive
yeah.
down.
Just-
Oh.
Jeez, hung it up. It
Oh,
was a good grab.
and
And
then
then
knee in the head.
copped a knee square in the head. Nothing doing. Don't think it was entirely deliberate.
No.
Oh, I don't know
Jeez,
about
hot
that.
handball to Capra.
Oh, dear.
He's forced to kick
Oh,
off a step. This is falling apart for the minor premier now. Oh, Banjanin's handball to Hyder missed the target. The smooth moving Dowling was upended as he kicked, so it'll be a downfield
Downfield.
free kick.
McLaughlin, was it? Frustrated?
Yep.
So
He's-
sure was.
He's definitely off his game like the rest of his team, really, Jacko McLaughlin. So Gillies from 55 just sets it up and hopes for the best. Through a few hands, there's
Free
a whistle.
kick here for a
There's
push.
a whistle going the way of
Dobson.
Dobson.
Sam Dobson. Wow.
You see that, Kirsch? I couldn't see
I
anything.
didn't
I
see
didn't
it.
see anything
I
in
just
that
saw
one.
a contest. Yeah.
Yep.
We couldn't really see the angle of the push, though, to be fair, from
No.
here, but it looked like a good three-person contest, really.
McLaughlin's just gone off, finally getting a break from Hyder.
How's Hyder?
He's done a good job on him, Hyder.
Yep,
Absolutely,
Just
yeah.
getting into his head.
They've done a few little things like that, St Mary's, that have just put Joey's off their game, and it's working wonders at the moment.
Sam Dobson, 7 goals last time these two met. This is for his 4th this afternoon. He's on track to sail past 7. In comes Dobson, does not move the goal umpire, straight over his hat, and this is getting to a stage where it's nearly too much for St Joey's. 4 straight Sam Dobson, St Mary's 10 goals, 10-4, 64, can you believe? St Joey's 3-1-19.
Joey's got to kick 7 to be back in the game.
Yep. And they're still not in front if they kick 7.
7 goals, 3, Milky.
St Mary's are plus 23 in total kicks for the game.
Joey's came at them at the start of this quarter, and the last 15
Yeah.
minutes has been as dominant as you'll see by St Mary's. They're just smoking them.
They kicked the first, Joey's, and that was it.
Real clean
Back in the
ball,
guts.
yeah, they're out.
Up they go. The ball sort of goes behind Van Jannon, but he
Smack in
gets
the
it.
stoppages.
Yeah.
Blood gets it on the boot, out wide. Measures leads, but Snowden Measures gets it. Snowden wraps him up in a tackle, drags him over the line. Be a throw in. 60 out from the St Mary's goal. 24 gone.
Kirsch have had the 4 centre clearances as well, St Mary's, which has led to their 17 inside 50s.
Well, it's been a one-way traffic this game. Tudor knocks it down. Welsh gets one high, I think.
Be a short
Gee
quarter,
whiz.
this one. 2 minutes left.
Comes back towards Blood.
Oh, you're
And
joking.
it goes straight into the arms of Snowden. Clears everyone. He's lined up for goal. Their 11th goal.
He was aiming for him then, Blood, but I don't think he was aiming to just sneak it over the fingertips of 3 defenders.
Look, Blue Featherson out of here.
Fit.
Featherson beached himself by the looks of it.
I was about to run out and do CPR on him. I thought he was in trouble.
Snowden comes in. Very popular player at St Mary's. Big happy feet. Gets another one.
This is a massacre.
This is.
6th goal for the quarter now.
Maybe Bell Park weren't as bad as we thought last week.
Nah.
Based on the
Gee
evidence
whiz.
we've seen in 2 weeks, this
Yeah.
is as good a finals performance we've seen 2
Yep.
weeks running by St Mary's as you're ever
Absolutely.
likely to see.
They've had the 8 free kicks this quarter, St Mary's, and when they get the free kicks, they just play on straight away and
Yeah.
just get St
Yep.
Travis on the back foot.
Crowbar Health Group scoreboard 11-4-70. St Mary's 3-1-19. St Joseph's at the almost 26-minute mark of this second quarter. It's almost game over, guys.
This is extraordinary. Even the most optimistic of St Mary's supporters wouldn't have expected this, I don't reckon, coming into today. They are utterly annihilating the minor premier, and they've got another inside 50 tumbling forward. Sherman at ground level. He's not a man you want to leave all by himself. Got his hands clear. McNamara, Adams, they have time. This is where they've broken down. Featherston goes by hand this time. Chipped over the top towards Kershaw and marked to the middle of Simmons Stadium. It's here where they've had the trouble. Palliuris with the overlap, one of his first possessions for the
he's dropped
afternoon,
it, Chesty.
and he fumbles the simplest of chess marks. The handball to Haynes wasn't great either, who's run down by Lang. That is their day in a nutshell right there.
Yep.
Tom Lang with the free kick at half-back.
Just that fumble by Palliuris, he would have marked and gone straight inside 50, possibly had a shot. He ended up putting his teammate in trouble.
Lang goes to the outer side. Morrison takes another good mark. At clean hands today.
He's taken 3
Zach?
contested marks.
On the outer wing.
Nothing to kick to at all.
Nothing. It's pretty much all St Mary's. Up they go. Riley Hall. He had his name written all over that the moment it left Jack Morrison's boot.
This is fairly embarrassing to watch, isn't it?
It
Yeah.
is.
Just been absolutely picked apart.
He's
Looks like
had a-
Lovick's playing forward
Has
now.
he not had a
They've
couple of
thrown
good
it
weeks?
around.
Riley Hall goes to the outer side. Featherson at the front. Can't mark. At the back. Just
jeez.
almost ran past it, Mitchell. Then can't pick it up. Ball scoots out the back. Stacks on. The umpire says, give it to me. We'll have a ball up. Outer wing as the siren blows. And in that quarter, guys, St Joseph's kicked 1 goal. St Mary's kicked 6 goals.
And it came
3.
in the first
Yeah,
minute.
but-
First
yeah.
minute.
First minute.
Yep.
Don't know about getting Heath Jamison now, boys.
He might dot you, Whitey.
I cut my losses.
Whitey had maybe 6 interviews. This week we've got 1 so far.
Oh, the one so far has
one's
been
been
very
good.
good.
Yeah,
very
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Very good guess.
Hey, how's this for a change up of things at the moment? Have a look who's playing full forward for St Joseph's.
Yes.
Ben Capra has gone deep full forward.
There we go.
They need some synergy up
And
there.
with
They need
a-
something happening with
With
their
a
forward
strap
line.
knee, up they go. Banjanin, I think, might have won that one.
Yep.
McCullough tries to drag it out of there. Gets wrapped up in the tackle by Banjanin. He's not going anywhere, Super Joe. And they got to come out and do something, because otherwise this game is all over, boys.
Just a bit of hider watch. He's straight back on McLaughlin.
Yeah. Ball
Beat me
comes
to it, though.
In his back shorts.
Jack Blood kicks it up and under. Welsh underneath it, doesn't take the mark. Super Joe gets it, sends St Joey's into attack. Holmgren on the end of it. Can he pick it up? Yes, he does. But got to get around. McMahon takes a bounce, heads towards goal, squares it up. Very unselfish display. Very well done there by Reece Holmgren. Finds Tudor.
It looked like he had some toe then, actually, Big Reece, didn't he?
Yes.
His opponent was that McMahon. Damien McMahon just could not go with him.
McMahon's a bit of a dasher off half back too.
Yep.
And on the left to square that up as well. It was just beautiful skill.
To say this is an important kick, guys.
Be the biggest understatement today, I reckon. Milky.
Jack Blood been influential in the centre square too.
Oh, he's a very good footballer. Yeah. They're +9 in clearances. Like,
In comes Tudor. He's missed it. Wow. Normally
hit the post.
Normally a very, very good goal kicker.
Yeah, I was going to say, Milky, he kicks them 9 times out of 10 comfortably.
Yep.
If not all of them.
Bit of a huddle going on.
Yeah. Someone goes down. Holmgren. That's a real South Barn Reserve style, Barnesy. That's a huddle at centre half back.
We were pretty tight now, that's for sure.
Yeah, we didn't quite work for us. Says Welsh on the outside. Kicks. Lovett goes back with the fight. Did really well, Dan Lovett. Committed to the cause as Gillies was coming the opposite direction. Out of play.
Whitey could have got a fist in on that one.
Always seems to be close to the action.
Yeah, he does,
Paul White.
doesn't he? Yes, well, on and off the footy field, Whitey.
Still a ball magnet after all these years.
That'll be tossed in. This will be a good one because he's over the age of 15, the boundary umpire.
Straight though.
Well done by Banjanin. Welsh, always good in the clinches. Back to Banjanin. Kick didn't go the required distance. I wouldn't have thought Mitchell was. Mitchell had one arm pinned completely. No free kick though. Gillies, ragdolls.
Right around.
Hickey now Dowling, left foot up. It was forgotten
don't
by
tell me.
Maloney. Towards goal! Whacks it from outside 50!
United Fuels contender.
Absolutely.
He's been very prolific off the half-back today, Paddy Dowling.
Told you he's a good kick.
Yes,
Yep.
that's it. You were spot on. I did know someone was of that opinion. But just the start that Joey's didn't want.
He's played on the wing mainly all day today.
And on that play, you've got to know he's just trying to duck back to his left. He managed to.
Yeah, that's what
someone was waiting.
Maloney didn't read it.
Yeah, Maloney had to know he was going to try and duck back to his left.
So
was
back
a
in
great
the guts. Up they go. Featherstone gets a hand on it, but only Banjanin steals it out of him. Goes out to Reece on the. He's kicked smothered by Blood. Played some sort of game, little Jackie boy. Goes, has a bounce. He's going to have another one. No, he's not. He goes long into the pocket. Snowden over his head. Comes out, measures. Snowden goes back to have another crack at it. Back to Measures. What can he do? Dishes off the handball. Over to Maloney. Maloney gives, just goes back to Mitchell. Goes bang. Tries to send it down to Holmgren. Gets, almost got Tuttle, but didn't. Comes out the back. Good work. The McMahon boys come out. There goes one McMahon to the other. Out it comes to Sherman. On his own again, for God's sake. Sends him into attack. Goes to Gillies. Ball goes to ground level. Picked up by Dobson. Out to Ham. Tries to break a tackle. He almost threw that out. Sherman dishes out the handball back to Gillies again. This time to Ling. Just at the top of the square. Snowden is there. Paddy Killen.
No way.
Strolls into an open goal.
Just read it beautifully. Paddy Killen out the back and didn't go up for it. And there's a couple of St Joey's boys that went up for it.
Just had that trust that Snowden.
Look at the hands on the hips. We're talking
Yeah.
about the Bell Park players last week with their hands on the hips. It's all the Joey's boys with their hands on their hips.
Oh, they are shell-shocked.
They are.
Yep.
And shocked. This game's over, boys. Absolutely
This will be
over.
100 points away, St Joseph's are playing.
So on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard, it's 13-4-82 St Mary's. St Joseph's 3 goals to 20.
Wow.
62 points.
This is
And growing.
unbelievable. Sherman ripped off it without the footy, but no whistle from the umpire. Super Joe Allen being quiet this afternoon. Adams tries to find a way through and caught one high. He'll get a free kick through the middle of the ground. Those numbers,
50.
that's got to be
That's
50.
50.
That's 50. That's
It has
50.
to be 50.
How can that not be 50?
The umpire just can't tell him to come back. Haul up ends Holmgren. copped him high.
How was
Where's
that
that
not
not
50
50?
when it was right under him?
The umpire called play
The
on
umpire-
and then disallowed it.
The
So-
umpire called him back to the mark. Doesn't matter, he stepped over it. Holgren spears it in, nice kick.
The umpire was
Finds
waving
shooter.
his arms for play on, so the player appropriately ran forward, and then he
Well, it's either-
decided that wasn't happening. So
It's like the play on it's 50.
Yep, that's it.
I don't know what the goal was there.
So Cam Tudor marked a bullet from Reece Holgren.
Same spot.
Just about.
Yep,
Just about, mate.
nearly a carbon copy. Had a terrific year. Cam Tudor.
I don't reckon that 31's rather even either on the
Yeah,
back.
no,
of
it's
his-
very to the left.
Very to the left. The one central.
And if you notice, Coach, there's a few numbers that look a bit older than others
Yeah, I don't
on
know
some
what-
jumpers.
Who's
St Mary's-
sewing the numbers?
Yeah, St Mary's have some sewed on and some printed
Oh,
on.
Tudor.
The shooter's done it
Tudor
again.
pulls it.
He was slightly
Unbelievable.
further out this time, Tudor, and he just kicked it slightly further out to the left.
Obviously, the numbers putting Joey's off their game too at the moment.
It's interesting to
Yeah,
know
the
that
numbers that they don't have the footage. It's on at the top of the arc there. Jack Blood getting up, sucking in some big ones.
I've seen it before on them. They sew some on and some are printed on, so I'm not sure what the deal is with that.
McMahon goes very wide out, and a really good mark there to Dowling. He's putting on some sort of display here.
He's playing a final series, and look at the
Goes
kick.
down the line to
Oh,
McMullen.
wow.
He's going to handball it on. He does. Killen goes deep into the pocket. Garner's back. The back
Gotta
of the
get
back
there.
stays down. Gets the footy on. Dispossessed by Measures. Goes back and gets it. Shows some strength. Back to Killen. Killen goes round the body.
he's got it!
He's kicked it! Party time!
That's his third.
He's kicked, yeah.
Wow, and that.
Oh, Wilbur
on
just killed the moment.
Yeah, Buckley's entertainment centre
Sorry.
scoreboard.
He's read the stats, Wilbur.
14-4, 88 St Mary's, 3-3-21 St Joseph's.
Did you see that spread, that transition then from half back?
wow,
Like we just talked about his number right in front of us, and he worked right over the other side of the ground, and he was on the end of that chain.
Yeah, McMullen, you're talking about.
Yeah, sorry, mate, yeah,
Worked
McMullen, yeah.
all the way over.
Yep.
And even Killen, he could have just kicked it and sort of slowed down. The Joey's player slowed down when he kicked it, and Killen was the one that worked harder to get to the contest first.
I thought Bell Park were defensively poor with transition, but St Joseph's are as poor.
Yep.
If not worse.
Unbelievable.
And give away a free kick in the centre.
For the first time this year, they've probably been properly tested and they've fallen
I
over.
don't like that, young fella.
As well.
McMullen just rubbed him on the head. I don't like seeing that when you're, just a player.
Sherman off a
Oh,
step.
Gillies.
Strong hands
Strong
from
hands.
Gillies. Just inside 50 against the human glove too. Zach Morrison, not Zach Sherman. So Tom Gillies provided a nice target for them down forward.
He's had a good day.
That's had a good day.
Hyder watch, both Hyder and McLaughlin have gone off. Hyder's looking a lot more energetic than McLaughlin is.
Hyder's even
So would you be with
scragging,
12 goals up?
Hyder's even scragging me down here on the boundary line.
1 goal 3 for Tom Gillies this afternoon. Kicks from outside 50, keeps it low, won't quite make the journey. 1-2 grabber. Is it a
Hyder.
mark paid? It is.
No, it's Garner.
it's Jared Garner.
Yeah.
Hyder would have had to get there.
We're going to say.
Well, anything's possible while they're playing.
I just thought the two, and I thought, well, don't tell me he's got out there that quick.
He's right on the angle. He'll run
He
around
loves this ground.
and improve it, Jared Garner. Another tremendous season from the St Mary's midfielder. Comes around the body and
celebrates.
kicks the goal. This is game over, Milky.
Oh, absolutely.
More than that.
The
game
minor
over.
Premier are being obliterated at Simmons Stadium.
This is for percentage now.
15-4, 94. Get that into you, Milky. St Joey's 3-3-21. Third term, thanks to Buckley's. We've played 8.5 minutes.
If this was a two-leg playoff, they wouldn't bother with the second leg.
No.
It's this bad.
No.
St Joseph's have kicked all their goals in an 8-minute period.
Yeah, they kicked 3 in a row.
Yeah, the
Apart
last
from
5 minutes
Yep.
of the first quarter and the first 3 minutes of the second quarter.
Well, Ferguson receives the tap, but then gets swallowed, and we'll have a ball up back in the middle of the ground.
Over in the Bellarine Grand Final, Torquay open it with a quick goal.
It's a bit going on there with Welsh and
Oh, yeah.
who is that?
Keep going,
Up the
Milky.
back, Allen
Maloney, that is.
gives it across to Adams, across to Kershaw, goes with the bomb into the pocket. Ball goes to ground. Holgren, can he trap it? No, he can't. He goes past it. Ferguson's at ground
Free kick,
level.
leg,
Gets legged. And,
Oh, and Welsh gave him a real ripper then. Sorry, Milky, to jump in.
Yep. Who'd he hit?
He gave Maloney a ripper when he wasn't looking.
Yep, the 2-8s.
And following him down too. Ooh.
Kershaw gets around his man, goes towards goal. He's got Tudor in the goal square, can't take the mark at ground level. Maloney. No, sorry, the Capra, who sees it over the boundary
They're
line.
still going at it 30 metres from goal, the two number 8s, Welsh and Maloney.
It's down and rushed.
Oh, and then, geez, body's going down all over the shop now. Spearing ball from Lang. Drinks chai lattes in his spare time. We haven't heard. Goes short. Finds Ham.
12 goals is the margin, boys.
Unbelievable. Ham down the line. Dobson nearly a tremendous mark. Mitchell's hurt too at ground level 2. Keep an eye on him. And not in a good way, I don't reckon. As he hobbles up.
Yep, left ankle perhaps.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like the ankle looks low.
Oh boy, things really falling apart for Joey's now. He would be a loss. Tossed up quickly, McMullen. Haints, haven't seen a lot of him. And then the kick
chunked it.
off the side of the boot, like Milky off the tee. That looked like. Dowling took the mark. And they go quickly. McMahon. This is Dillon through the middle of the ground. The kick misses Snowden, intercepted by that's McNamara over the top. Went looking for Riley Ferguson. Couldn't mark. 2 to beat.
Both McMahons.
Yep, both McMahons.
Oh, we got the
Then
three,
goes-
we got
there's
the
a
three!
McMahon. Unbelievable. Nearly worked. Handball missed the target. Dowling stripped of it. Still at ground level, and eventually the ball finds its
Been
way
waiting
out of
all
bounds.
season to have the
All
3 in a
season
row.
for 3
Wilmer Ferguson got in the way.
We almost got it last week, didn't we, Barnes?
Yes, he did.
No, I've spotted it. Don't you worry, I already spotted it, Josh. Saw the
Did you
buzz.
save anything for us, Whitey?
Yeah, saw it there. The ball tapped
Don't let
in.
your son have any either. He doesn't have
Picked
any.
off by
bugger off,
Garner, goes to the centre, to the forward arc. Oh, good stretch on that occasion by Snowden. Comes out the back to Rees. He kicks it to Adams, who takes the mark, half back. Joey's playing for pride now, guys. That's all they got left.
Plenty of drinks, I'm saying there, boys.
Kershaw gets it
They
across
heard
to
the message
Rees.
from last week.
Rees in turn goes across to Alex
Nothing to
Hickey.
kick to.
Alex goes to centre forward. Haints takes the mark. He's got one very, very wide in Davis. He's ignored him. Ferguson provides a lead. Then decides to go deep into the pocket looking for Holmgren.
Deep and wide.
Go down very wide. Comes out the back to Hickey. James around the body he goes. And he just finds Welsh, who takes him right in the fingertips.
Yeah, it's good fingertipper.
Yep.
As you said, Kirsch, it's unbelievable to imagine how a side has just blown away so many sides this year and just looks so impotent in
Yeah,
attack.
absolutely.
Oh, what a kick.
Even that one
Yeah,
behind you, he
man.
held it up for so
It
long.
is.
It just allowed St Mary's to set up.
And it's Dobson, the man that set it up, goes out to McMahon. Gee whiz, just about grabs everything. Damien McMahon comes out to Holmgren, gets a loose ball, has a bounce.
Still nothing. With the
What's
numbers.
he got
5
no
on
one
1.
to kick it to.
2 on.
At the back,
4.
Paliuris waits, can't grab it. Hall is in there, so Welsh is in there. Gives it back to Hyder. Hyder by hand across to Blood, who relieves the pressure.
Yep, just streaming out of the back half. Kick towards Snowden off hands. Measures. By hand just to Adams. Spearing ball works. Shooter kicks off a step under
Where's
all
he
sorts
going?
of pressure. He kicked without looking then, I reckon.
Yeah.
Ferguson will
Damien
be
McMahon is
first there
cooked
because
over there.
McMahon looks absolutely spent. You're spot on, Barnesy. Then on the non-preferred right foot to the tip of the
Oh,
square. Good mark,
Paliuris.
Paliuris.
That was
He'll
hard
kick from
work.
point blank.
That was hard work.
Everything's been hard work today, Kirsch.
Yeah.
Look at this.
You take the call there, boy.
Yeah, look at him there. The food's here. Paliuris getting moved around. I thought he marked it in the goal square, so that would make him cut straight in front.
He did mark it in the goal square, but they haven't got a lot right today, so
No.
this will just cap it off.
So Paliuris, haven't seen a lot of him today. Oh, as Buzz just can't even hang on to a bottle of water. But he comes in, manages to put it over the goal umpire's hat for Joey's 4th goal at the 13.5-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. Wow, So
wee.
on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard, as everybody deserts me because they're all going for a feed, it's Joey's 4-4-28. They trail St Mary's 15-4-94. Even the cameraman has locked the thing on just so that he can go away and get a feed. Unbelievable, this lot. Back in the middle, up they go. Holtgren's in the ruck, manages to go back and get his own footy, goes down into the forward arc, but it's just Riley Hall. He's strung 2 weeks of footy together really well.
Away here, St Mary's.
Comes out wide, finds Ling, Ling goes to Welsh into the forward 50. Oh, Lovick just good use of the body there and takes a good mark. I'll keep going, boys. Just keep feeding your faces. That's okay.
No spread.
No, Lovick.
Got nothing to
He's
kick
got
to.
no one to go to. He's in fact going very wide out as far as he can to Hickey, I reckon. James, no.
Lovick
Short
caused
to
that
Hates.
spread. He
Yeah.
had nothing to go to. He's
Yeah.
willing someone does a spread for him.
Yep.
So Hates in turn goes to Ferguson. Clear that sausage roll out of your gob there,
That's
Buzz.
gone.
Even still, stand still football.
Yeah.
Yep.
There is no movement whatsoever. No one offering a genuine
And
lead.
Riley Hall just gatekeeping at the back of all this
Oh,
too. The
Oh,
kick
yeah,
will
there
fall
you go.
short.
We could read that so easily.
Yep.
Yeah.
McMahon, Damien,
He's had a very good year, this bloke.
he has compiled a nice season of footy. Over the top to Hall. He's had a game and a half. So is this guy, Zach Sherman. There's been a lot of them had a good game. Goes a long way back to McMahon. Hayden in the long sleeves. The kick is among.
Look out.
Intercepted by McLaughlin. Kicks from 48 and misses everything.
Now, what's high to go and tell him?
Yeah.
No, he didn't really tell him. He just went to him.
No,
he's
he's right in his face now.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Can probably
absolutely.
probably direct his vision to the scoreboard, and that's all he needs to do, Kirsch.
Yeah, exactly right.
McMahon from the back pocket. Floating looking kick again. Dobson flew high. Couldn't mark. Holgren slow to get up. As the ball at ground level. The umpire folds the arms. So the scoreboard reads St Mary's 15-4-94. St Joey's minor premier have not lost a game until this point. 4-4-28.
And
That's
we all
thanks
tip
to Buckley's.
St Joey's to win, boys, as a group. Ball comes out to Kershaw. He misses his man by 5 metres. Trying to crash his way through on that occasion was Dowling, but the ball is rebounded. Comes back to Connors, who tries to wrapped up by... On this occasion, there's actually 3 Joey's blokes all over him for a change. Did well, but there'll be a ball up. There's a dove just flying.
We are up here with the pigeons. That's how high we are.
Yeah.
The coop.
One down.
Oh.
Geez, upended was Super Joe. Well, it tumbles out of a tackle. Did you see that, Milky? He front tumbled out of a tackle.
He's actually had a crack, Super Joe.
He has.
Yep.
Not sure how that wasn't holding the ball though. He got through 4 tackles.
St Mary's won the footy and Copley takes the mark, but then immediately turns it over. Davis, haven't seen much of him this afternoon. Connors threw that out. Be a free kick to Hates.
Numbers out wide, but not going to use it.
Ferguson's all by himself in the middle, but ignored that. Holgren, he's worked hard. Spearing ball to Ferguson. They eventually find him.
Passing's been
He's
good.
been good by Holgren, yeah. Left and right.
Yeah.
His 3 kicks inside 50 this quarter have all been marks inside 50 now.
Ferguson goes quickly. What is that? Can someone riddle me that?
Yeah.
That is extraordinary.
He's a left footer who looked like he kicked that with his right foot.
Hey, that was what, 10 metres away from any St Joey's player? That is oh boy.
Almost like you... That
Look at
throw in
that
for the
throw in.
boundary umpire.
Oh, Super
Joe!
Super
Over
Joe.
his shoulder he goes!
It's gone straight up, Milky, you
in the
idiot.
air. Hayes goes towards goal, but it's across the face. There is no... Oh,
That's a
there is
free
one
kick.
thrown.
Yeah.
Yep.
Free kick to Hickey.
You got that one right.
Yeah. Wow. Super Joe's kicked that 30 metres in the air. And he's coming off, big Super Joe. That's Maloney. Hickey. This is the Puddin' Hickey.
Yep. The back pocket.
Yeah.
Hickey's
And he
going to
comes.
lead the
James
line
Hickey
kicking.
comes in and puts it straight over the goal umpire's hat. For St Joey's 5th goal at the 15-minute mark of this 3rd quarter. So that takes them to a 10-goal margin, 60 points, 5-4-34 to St Mary's 15-4-94, thanks to Buckley's Entertainment Centre.
The Capra full forward experiment didn't work too long.
No.
Didn't have much of an influence.
No.
He has to be injured, doesn't he, Kirsch?
Yeah, absolutely. You saw him getting strapped out there on the oval and
Yep.
didn't look good, and then he started deep full forward, deep as he can go.
Yeah, and if that's an excuse, maybe he's got one, but the rest I'm not sure they have.
Back in the middle.
Yep.
Fair point actually, Milky.
Yeah.
Well done by Holgren. He's had a real go this quarter.
Kicked the ball
Handball
low.
to no one though. Garner just
Garner,
dropped the
doesn't he?
footy. Should have been a free kick to St Joey's. Nothing doing. Connors inside 50 just. Lovey could be first on the scene for St Joey's. Under all sorts of pressure from Killen. Alex Hickey now spins and then gets it straight up in the air. Jeez, it's nearly a free kick to Snowden. But Dobson on the left foot. That would have been something, but
That's his first miss,
from my
boys.
score.
Yep.
His first miss for the day.
Probably had a handball to give you there too, but I wouldn't be giving him at this stage.
No way, not with your 10 goals up.
Once you kick 4.
Measures in the goal square. Goes to the outer side. Finds Reese. Reese, whatever you say it. Goes down the line to the outer side. 2-on-1 here. Just a big fist by McMahon. That one's Dylan.
Defenders just lick their lips in that situation, don't they?
all the McMahon's been pretty good
Yeah.
today.
Haven't they? Yes.
All held up well, part of that cohesive back unit. And the St Joey's forward line has not worked together at all this afternoon. Milky spotted it early and the trends continued. Ball at ground level. Garner been terrific today. So is this guy, Jacob Welsh. Done some hard stuff.
It's a free kick, isn't it?
Should have been a free kick in the back. The umpire finds the follow-up, though, for a high tackle. As Holcomb goes to ground again. Free kick going the way of Maloney. Goes short. Palliaris. Haven't seen much of the barrel-chested man.
no!
It's a shocking kick.
Wow.
Turned over to Gillies. Snowden. They've men everywhere here. Killen is one of them. On the paint of 50. Has Copley over the top if he needs. There's numbers everywhere, and Jack Blood's just allowed to waltz into a pocket of space.
How that happens is
He
beyond
marks
me.
on the paint of 50. So St Joey's are just simply falling apart right in front of our eyes here.
Yep.
Not sure he has the legs here, Jack Blood. It'll
No, I don't think
be
so.
right on his limit, if anything. Surprised no one's run around for the handball, to be fair. Maybe they know something we don't. Blood kicks from outside 50 into the man on the mark. Well done, Buzz. Kicks to the teeth of the goal square, only as far as Brenton Rees. Disposal hasn't been his best today, and just comes off.
Wow.
Holcomb takes the mark, Milky.
Holgren, it's in half back, goes.
Oh, my God.
To Lovey.
What is going on?
Just coughs it up. Out comes
he's spun
Maloney.
into
He's
trouble.
spun into trouble. Ferguson, he dishes off the handball. Rees picks it up. He's got one wide. That's Holgren. Holgren, runs straight into the tackler.
He had to run it on the outside.
He had Lang coming at him and he ran straight into him.
Tried to get the high tackle, I think, and
Yeah, he tried
As he
to
didn't
buckle
pay
a little
off.
bit.
As the time clock has stopped, it's been on 15
Where are we?
minutes
Oh dear.
for some time.
Lucky Wilbur's got the time. It's
Yes.
28, 21 and a half.
As the ball comes back,
We didn't notice.
Riley Hall, yes, it's something I noticed is the time. Gillies just slides in and takes a really good pressure
I'm
mark.
sure you can tackle him after he's marked him like that.
He was trying to stop him from doing that, I think.
Gillies
Didn't
goes
work.
very wide. Finding his teammate there in Ling.
Wow, numbers are just streaming forward,
yeah.
Kirsch, aren't they?
It's a non-competitive effort at the moment by St Joseph. Defensive transition has been horrible.
45 points the difference in the Bellarine.
Wow.
Wow.
There you go.
That's a turn up.
I
Yep.
reckon.
Ammo's 18 to
Boy.
Torquay 63.
I tell you, boys, another worrying sign for Joey's is that some of the Marys players been off the ground for lengthy periods this time, include McMahon, Banjanin, Blood, Sherman, and Harrison Ling and Jared
on the
Garner.
full.
As Ling pulls it out on the rope.
All spent lengthy amount of time on
Don't,
the bench.
Whitey, just keep an eye on Big Banjo. I don't reckon he's entirely fit. He's spent a lot of time working on his back.
Last week they pulled him off for a long time as well.
He's probably only played half the game so far, I reckon.
Don't
Used
think he's
him sparingly.
firing on all cylinders, Big Banjo. Love it, copter. Hard hit as he kicked the
Gillies
footy.
has been happy to dish it out today.
Nothing doing. Kershaw finds a way through, got the block, and then runs himself into a bit of trouble. Only has Morrison in support. Adams, left footer, still has. They coughed it up.
Jeez.
The pressure was everywhere. Now the footy back with Killen over the top to Welsh under all sorts of pressure now, and the ball out of play. The ball's still in St Mary's forward half. They lead 15-5-95. St Joey's 5-4, 34. We've played just over 23
But it
minutes.
says 15 on the scoreboard.
Thanks to Buckley's.
Ball spinning in. Up they go. Featherston over the back. Davis, I reckon it was Kershaw that got that ball. Mungled it forward. O'Loughlin gets a handball.
O'Loughlin.
Nicky O.
Nicky O. McLaughlin gets it. Oh, that's a chuck. Oh boy, he got away with it. Just wrapped up in the tackle.
He wants to give it back here.
There it is.
You can't miss one and then just
He
make
just
up a
square
second
up.
one.
He just made up the second one.
certainly did.
Blatantly did it.
He went, I missed that. Better get that quick. Better get that back.
Yeah.
Must be a breeze out at St Albans Reserve.
yeah.
Only one goal the difference between Inverleigh and Bannockburn.
The pup breeze has got
yes.
out there.
Inverleigh 69, Bannockburn 63.
The pup's the Tempest. Did you know that? He's the Tempest. He curates breeze.
Is that what that means?
Yes. What are you feeling out there developing,
Is that your
boys?
word
Is
of
it
the day?
frustration or they just really getting stuck into it? Featherston wins it, knocks it down. And as far as Ham, his ball goes forward. The number 11 go to the other number 11, Lovick. He goes to Reese, who gives it across. Adams got it at half-back, spears the ball in. Good mark to Tudor. Tudor sees something wide, puts it out in front of his teammate there in Davis. Takes him on
got him.
and gone.
Well
A
done
really
by
good
the young
tackle by
man.
Ling.
Oh,
Tudor goes
Big
back to
contest.
Lang. Oh, there's a bit of a fight there, boys. Watch that, Davis
Here
and
comes
Ling.
Welsh.
that's
Look
a
out.
big
Here
one.
comes
James
Welshie.
Hickey goes towards goal. Hickey for back-to-back goals for him and Joey's. Misses.
trying to
Oh,
drag
the
Welsh
score.
away from the contest now as he was still giving it to Davis.
Couple of short jabs in there.
dangerous at this time of year.
Absolutely. Geez, and no one on the mark for Joey's there, so just allows Wade to gain 30 metres from the kick out. Thump clear down to ground level as far as Braden Ham. Blood, always calm with the footy for such a young guy. Oh, geez, there's a bit going on here. Your Milky's spot on. There isn't plenty of feeling in this now.
They were very, very physical early, and it looks like St Mary's were very physical early. It looks like Joey's have just had enough now.
Copley down the line to half.
Oh!
Got a nice ride, and the ball comes out the back. They've got all sorts of problems. Gillies with the mark. All by himself, one-on-one
All by himself,
with Ben
one-on-one.
Capra. Oh, he's the only St Mary's forward in there. Took a strong mark overhead directly in front.
Garner just extracts that footy.
He's so good at getting it.
Yep.
Just finding his way forward.
That's St Mary's 15th mark, 15th inside 50 for the quarter and their 5th mark for the quarter. And Jack Blood's had 7 clearances for the game.
That helicopter's half a kilometre away. It feels like it's landing in the middle of the oval here, but
Gillies
the ball comes in.
from directly in front.
Bang!
No mistake. He's had a good afternoon. Both their key forwards had a good afternoon. St Mary's have had a good afternoon, if you don't mind. They are absolutely pantsing St Joey's now. Is that updated, Milky, or was...
No,
No.
I think they're past 100 now. They should be.
I reckon that was a 16th.
As the clock's gone back to 0 up there.
16-5, 101
That's it.
to St Joseph's 5-4, 34, thanks to Buckley's.
5-5, 35.
Is it? Oh, it is, sorry.
35A?
Yep.
Well, we're going to have to find some other entertainment
Yeah,
Marzi, at the
It's
minute.
going to be a long last quarter, I think.
Half a minute left on the clock.
Oh, here we go.
He's got a countdown.
He's got a countdown.
Has he done that?
Yeah, you done that, pup.
He looks into the timekeeping.
Does he? As the ball
Oh,
comes
you've
out.
just given away the
Adams
magician's secrets there.
You told us this last
Adams
week.
kicks it forward. Oh, Holtgen gives away a free kick for a hold there. Advantage. Ball goes over to Ham, who goes to McMahon. That's Hayden. The bouncing ball. 2-on-1 here, St Joey's, and the ball tumbled
Look
over
who's
the
picking
boundary
that
line.
footy up, Milky. Is that Hartman?
Yeah. Nobody else is allowed
Shouldn't
around
he
the
be on the other
boundary.
side
He
of
just
the fence?
strolls around.
Yeah, no, he runs the joint. He ain't allowed to be there. Makes his own rules. Featherston, one-handed palm down to Super Joe. Milky spot on has had a crack today as the siren goes. I don't reckon Pup was right.
No.
A bit short with that.
Yeah, I think you were. Pup.
So the 3/4 time siren comes, and can you believe this scoreline? St Mary's 16-5, 101. St Joey's 5-5-35. They will lose their first game of 2017 in their biggest game of 2017, and
So-
not just a loss, but a pantsing.
In that quarter, boys, 2 goals, 4 to...
Though,
Yeah,
with
yeah,
that question
yeah,
to
that
start
was
with, that was
just
poor.
It
That was
was-
poor.
I'm not sure what that handover was, but that was something extraordinary.
Let me know, I think you said.
Let me know if you can talk.
Just quickly, ground the rounds in the grand final. Ammo's kicked 14 to Torquay's 13, and Torquay are now 65 to Ammo's 31.
What was that?
What was that?
That made no
Can
sense
you go over that again?
Ammo's
Give us the
3-13,
score.
31 to Torquay 10-5, 65.
And they're kicking with a
I
slight
still
breeze.
don't
I've
get
been
what you
told
were
there.
saying.
Scoring shots, perhaps that was. As Featherston smashes the ball wide. Picked up by Paliuris, who gives it across to McLaughlin, not O'Loughlin. He goes wide down the line. Ball comes out. McMahon leads in the race, but he paddles it over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in on the outer side, and the temperatures drop, I reckon, 10 degrees, boys.
Just getting a little bit blustery out there.
Yeah.
And just over in the GD, Inverleigh 12-10-82 to Bannockburn 10-9-69.
That's still alive?
Bannockburn kicked 32 points to
McLaughlin and
Inverleigh's
Hodge still
20.
going.
Just saw that.
Yeah.
God.
So ball at the back of the stoppage. Super Joe looked for one and will get one. Free kick, that is.
Trying to get a 52, was he?
And as he got
Oh,
it,
no, what?
thought the
He
umpire was
caught it.
going then. Super Joe decked after he got rid of it. Goes wide. He finds Tudor at half forward. Chiseling ball looks pretty good. Al Hickey just takes
of
the
the
mark
arms.
above his head. Unfamiliar territory for him.
Being quiet.
Has been.
He has, but he's not in his own. That's
No,
the thing.
he's not.
They're not going to be able to point at each other, these guys. They're going to have to all stand and say, right, we all stuffed up. How are we going to get out of this?
Yep.
Just his 5th game for St Joey's this year. Played a bit of VFL and then spent a lot of time out with his turf toe injury as well. And he comes, kicks from just about 40, tugs it across the face. Good opportunist goal, Jacko Davis.
Yep.
Soccer off the ground is good for him. His second.
He's kicked 2 out of 6.
He has 6-5-41. That moves St Joey's on to St Mary's 16-5-101. Nearly 2 minutes played. This is thanks to Bendigo Bank final term.
Still 10 goals.
Whitey could have got himself involved in that one. He's just going around the goals now.
I wasn't far off that, I'll tell you. My eyes lit up when I saw it bounce just near the goals.
Nice little tapping by Davis Cover in front and centre. Just got in the right time.
But just like that
Bottom
last
corner.
just like that last interview, Whitey, you would have dropped it as the ball comes out of the middle. Trying to crash his way through his hider. He gets pushed aside. I'm sorry, that was Jack Blood. As the ball comes out, Rees, Little just holds his kick back there, goes to hold.
Strong.
It's actually good, strong work there. Goes to Maloney with the left, into the hot spot. Tudor, hands up, Buntu, got it. McMahon, ever the party killer, Damien McMahon says, I touched that. You're 10 goals up, champ.
Yeah, don't worry, let it go.
Yeah. Last thing we're going to do is break a finger punch in your own hand.
A strong mark by Holgren, one-on-one.
Yes.
It was.
Yeah, I think he's probably becoming the best player at Joey's, I would think. But
Interesting, they got the first 2 clearances of the quarter too. They've been smashed in that area today.
Yep. In he comes. Shooter. He's missed it. No, I think he has struck that one through.
Just.
1 goal, 2. Almost 3 behind, but 1 goal, 2. And they've got back-to-back goals for the first time in the game.
Well, they kicked 3 in a row earlier.
Oh, yeah, they did too.
Yeah.
That's correct. Yes,
But,
but it's
been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah. Whack!
Yeah.
Just got whacked in the back of the head.
Come on, John.
He just,
Kush.
No, so you're right, Milky, because that was back to back to back, whereas this was
Yeah, that's
back to
right.
back.
Yeah, good on you, Whitey.
Well done. There's always a way. Back in the middle of the ground.
The old campaigners.
Joey's have started the last couple of quarters strongly, but it's been the
another clearance.
minutes after that they've struggled. Super Joe down forward. That was courage by Dowling. Went back.
Solly met.
Jesus. So big contest. Rees ends up with it.
Oh.
That's a shocker on the run.
That was
Munned
new,
it.
wasn't it?
That ball didn't spin.
Just had a 15-minute pass in front of him as well, and he decided
Yes.
to go himself and
Yep.
pancaked it.
Yep.
Oh, he did. But that is a spot-on turn, Barnes. That was a genuine pancake. Brought back in by McMahon. It's
Yeah.
called to moving on quickly. Nothing ahead of him, so just kicks now right from the edge of the goal square. Tudor does the punching this time. Riley Hall over the top. Still got time and numbers. Lang,
look at that.
composed ball out wide. He's going down, just losing footing at the wrong time was Ling.
didn't.
In the end, the ball goes out
He'd
in
be
the
better off
full.
not picking it up.
He better just
Reece?
resetting.
Yep.
And with these,
So it's Ling to get the relieving free kick. Right in front of the kicks commentary team. Goes down the line. Up they go. Oh, Gillies, Dobson rather, almost got his hands to it. Zach Morrison gets it, poke
Clever.
out it.
Pretty clever by
Reece,
Morrison.
yes it was.
Got chicken wing.
Boy, just Reece goes down the line to Adams. He's been quiet. Adams.
They got one-on-ones in front of the ball here for the first time in a while.
Goes down to Tudor. Oh, a bit of a wrestle. Gets a free kick against.
Throws the head back.
You just see Tudor just threw his head back and said, "You are kidding me. It's been going on up the other end of the ground and nothing's happening." So Lang, the relieving free kick. He's got Sherman back there. What the hell are you doing,
got to use
Sherman?
those.
He's just covers so much ground, doesn't he? Goes out, McMullen fisted
Oh,
away from
oh.
him.
Oh, well
Good
done.
pick up by Featherston. Gives it over to his teammate in the pocket. He's good mark by. Which one's that? Is that
Hayden.
Dillon or Hayden? That's Hayden.
Hayden's the wild one, the Tom
Yeah,
Petrovsky.
Yeah.
Tom Petrovsky.
Petrovsky.
That's still the best
goal.
lookalike of the
Tom
year.
Bank.
Goes down the line. Ball at ground level. Jacko McLaughlin has been afforded any time and space this afternoon. Forced to kick under a lot of pressure, just a high footy. Ball's at half forward. McMullen was thrown off at Sherman. Now Killen. Still a St Mary's ball. Dobson has two to beat. Did all right. Trying to get down to Garner. Couldn't. And now they run in numbers. St Joey's. Morrison over the top. Paliuris, did he complete the mark? Get a free kick? Neither, according to the umpire.
Are you allowed to chop now?
And now Killen spears one towards Sam Dobson. Has Garner over the top. Finds him by hand. Now Hyder. McLaughlin's nemesis gets one back. I reckon loving for his teammate. And then McLaughlin just barrels him on the deck. Those two hate each other. They don't like each other at all. Sherman in the middle of the ground.
Look, he's got-
Has Copley over the top. Easy as you like.
Over the top league.
Boy.
Nah, it was ordinary. That was one of mine.
He's 48 out. He doesn't have the shot. He just sets it up to the tip of the goal square.
Oh, look at that. Got it.
There's someone, it's a mark to someone.
Gillies is trying to
It's-
claim it.
Gillies has claimed it and is getting the mark.
The umpire didn't.
No,
pay
he's
that.
not. No, he's not. He's
thought
giving it to Ben
Capra.
Capra.
Yeah,
He
I thought
conned me.
Ben. Yeah, yeah.
He conned me.
If you were umpiring Buzz, you would have gave it to him.
Yep.
Yep. Capra in the back, fullback square, goes down the line. Hickey fisted down. Rees gets it round the body. Going back was McMahon, doesn't quite take the mark. Fisted away from him. That one's Dylan. The D McMahons, if you look at I think nearly every week there's been a D McMahon in the best for St Mary's, and they argue over who it is. Damien reckons it's been him every week.
He does. He's filthy's up about it.
Yeah, he does too. Featherston gets pushed out of that one. Rees, who's lifted in this quarter, gets a boot to ball. Dover Rover running it there was Hickey. Ball comes back out the back. Welsh just calm. Who's he go to? Sherman, who goes into the goal square. There's three of them back there. Garner at the back.
Oh, you're joking! And it didn't go in! He didn't make it from 2 metres, a metre!
No, hit the post, I think. I think he hit the post.
No,
The ball stopped. He didn't call it.
He didn't hit the post.
The ball stopped.
The ball curved back out.
Don't you go down against me, Wilbur.
Rees at half back.
I just saw it, Melky.
Just call it as it is, Wilbur. Call it as it is, son.
I like the way he holds his position.
Featherston nearly spoiled his own teammate.
Nearly got in the way around Adams. Just keeping in mind, well, it is a fair drop from the top of it. There's Adams. Spears it in. Finds Maloney. Back to Adams. No laughing matter. It hurt. McMahon over the top. Hyder was decked by McLaughlin again. Can you believe it was a free kick advantage paid? 2-1 contest against Gillies. Ball on the far side. Settling. Lovick coughs it up. Sherman being ultra busy. Connors, Killen dances away through. He's got a man over the top.
Look at this.
This is a cakewalk. Garner makes a distance this time. Their 17th goal. 17-6, 108 St Mary's. And the minor premier, 7-6-48. That's thanks to Bendigo Bank.
6 goals of difference in the Bellarine Grand Final. They both opened the quarter with a goal.
Billy Henderson kicked his 6th.
Hey, there's a medal for you. How's the GD looking?
13-10-88 to 10-9-69 Inverleys Way.
Start to stretch a bit. That's it, yep. Inverleys sounds like they'll take on Bell Post Hill next week.
That's a 10th straight granny, isn't it?
Incredible. Cracking semi-final last week between those two, so it should be a good grand final.
Back in the middle, Banjanin goes back and gets it, then swings an area at it. The ball goes to ground level. Tunnel ball out of the middle of the ground. Came through Super Joe's legs. And now Stacks on. The umpire says, give it to me. We'll have another ball up.
Not his finest moment, but he's made a big difference when he's been out there, Banjanin, today. He's been a monster around the clearances.
Yeah, you'd think their ruck combination's worked a little better, hasn't it, Banjanin? You just mentioned him, just drove a fist into that. Gillies tries to palm it over the top, trying to crash his way through as Connors. Benny Capra grabs the footy and then he's grabbed. As the ball comes out the back, McNamara trying to reef it out of there and he can't get it. Umpire says, well, let's just do it again. So Mary's more than happy for this to keep going. They lead by 10 goals exactly at the 10-minute mark of the last quarter.
Holgren reached over the top and won the hit out. Falls to Alex Hickey though. Tumbles one forward. Shooter on the gather. He's always a clean footballer.
Super Joe! Watch the celebration!
That's a real nice finish on the run. Had to defy the angles there.
Can hold his head up.
He's trying to get his.
Look at him go!
He's trying to lift his team.
Now he gives himself a little pat on the back.
He's driving the train, but no one jumped on.
Had a good go today. Super Joe.
He hasn't stopped trying.
Yeah, he has. He's been working really hard around the clearances.
I did.
Yes. Mitchell on the crutches.
That's
not a good sign.
Sight at all.
No. So this brings the margin back to 9 goals. 8-6-54. St Joey's 17-6, 108 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Up they go again. Trying to crash their way through. Here's Banjanin who gets a boot on it. Ball in dispute. Hulkren, he can hold his head up as well. Adams dishes off the handball. Goes Kershaw drops what he should have hung on it. Then dropped it again. Umpire let him go. Ball comes out to Copley. Out the back Sherman. Seems to have owned his footy. He's trying to get onto his left there was Dowling. Ball in his measures. Just tried to crash his way through. Out the back it comes. Kershaw round the body. He goes. Super Joe goes at the footy. Ball's just picked off there by Dave McMahon.
Super Joe again.
Super Joe again round the body. He goes. Tudor's the targets. Fisted away from him. Ball eludes Jimmy Allen. He's pushed off it. Trying to crash his way through. Sherman's there. Coming back. Hickey. He's wrapped up in the tackle. Maloney, Maloney just gone.
Wrapped up, not his biggest day,
No,
Kirsch,
had
for
an ordinary day, to be honest.
for a guy who's come into the team after VFL regular for the past few seasons.
Geelong VFL captain.
Yep, goes wide, former Pie 2.
And Werribee.
Been everywhere.
Yes.
Hangs near the boundary, that footy measures, lays a strong tackle.
Thought you boys were just going to keep going back and forth.
Yeah, another one. Another game. Name another club.
Norwood. Where's he from? Somewhere down there. Warrnambool. Nurat.
I don't
Something.
care.
Oh, you don't care?
No, I don't really. Tossed up, Van Shannon. That's free kick going the way of the Saints.
Should be a bit of spite if they
Got
meet again in 2 weeks.
numbers everywhere. Yeah, I agree. Barnesy, Wade off a step. Nice kick too. Finds Sam Dobson. We know from the first quarter the distance is no issue.
4-1 for the afternoon.
Oh, gee biz. Banjo, the umpire comes over. Not going to pay anything. He got rid of Reece Holgren. Not happy with the attention.
St Mary's a plus 16 in tackles for the game.
Sam Dobson around the mark. Zach Morrison is right on the paint of 50. Well, he was. He's just inched
looked to be
inside
struggling
it
here.
now.
Yeah, just knackered, I think.
Dobson from outside 50 gives it a good ride. It's gone all the way. Has it? Not quite right to the line.
He's just cooked.
Rushed through.
Good effort. Not enough.
Ball comes out from fullback. Oh, it's almost coughed it up again, but Ferguson takes a chest mark. Just cleared the head of Dylan McMahon. Taking plenty of time here. Ferguson goes down the line right in front of the kicks commentary box here. Up high, Tudor. Probably need to be doing a bit more of that earlier. He goes back to Featherston, who juggles the mark. Plays on now. Just kicks it into open territory. Jacko Davis is the target. Clean bowls him for Holgren.
Well
Gets
done.
to
Kick
ground
the
level,
goal.
then go back and kick the goal. Will he?
Coming
Up
back.
and under. It's coming back. It's a goal.
That is a good mark.
Probably-
That down, Barnesy, I reckon.
Yes.
Probably earned that. Big
And
Rexy.
gives it to Banjo. Just see that, Milky?
Little chest. No, it was writing it down.
Push on the chest.
He walked up to him and gave him one.
So
And again, look at him
Oh,
go.
no, Banjo's danced around him.
Banjo's dancing. Oi, and
I
a little
bet him
pound
on
of
the
head.
head. Little, well done, young fella. 9-6-60 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. That's St Joseph's. They trail St Mary's 17-7-109.
Flatters him a bit, Kirsch.
It does.
Yes.
It does. Look,
Yeah.
let's be honest, the same as last week. Bell Park kicked, 4 or 5 in the last. Q was in the rack.
Oh, ball in the moment. They're playing a bit of mind games, these two. Holgren just did not fly then. Trying to get inside the head of Banjo. Probably a lost cause now, I would have thought, but interesting nonetheless.
Oh, they will meet again.
That is, yep, fair call. Ball still in the middle of the ground and eventually under the stoppage. Interesting to see what happens here. They have to engage this time. Not sure Reece wants to just get entirely near Big Banjo. Look at him. He's got big distance between the two. Now they engage and then
that's a
runs
shove
right
him.
into his
Just
back.
shove him in the back.
I'm not sure he can do that, Milky. The ball comes out. Reece, probably one arm, a bit half-hearted. Lays a strong tackle in the meantime on Ham. And
Here we
the
go,
stoppage. Watch, this is the
Well,
post.
he's
this
storming
is it.
off. He's going to get a run up.
This
It
is
said 15 minutes locked on there. Well, what is
Yes.
the time there?
this is
The old do-si-do.
Ball comes out the back. Lovick takes a mark. Plays on immediately. Comes out to the kicks commentary wing. Mark taken by Hickey. That's Al. Goes down the line. Tudor. He's taken a couple this quarter. Spears it into Davis. Beautiful kick.
Benny Maloney.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry,
Palliuris.
Palliuris.
Palliuris just the way he
Palliuris.
ran straight at the footy. I thought he ran a running style like
You
Davis.
just don't mention. You just don't see the chest coming at you,
Yeah, that's it, it is.
protruding like you used to.
Disappeared.
Yep.
Playing on every chance they get now, aren't they, Joey?
Oh, they should have done it a
Too
bit
little,
earlier.
yeah. Too
Whitey.
little, too late, isn't it?
Just trying to take the game on now, just to try and win the last quarter.
Benjo, and I don't think we'll see him again today.
Nah,
I think
that'll
they were
do
calling
him.
for
That'll
to come
do
off
him.
earlier.
Palliuris comes to... No, he's drawn it, dragged it across his body. Minor score. And he has 1-1 for the afternoon. Kieran. So on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, that takes St Joseph's to 9-6-60. They trail St Mary's 17-7-109. 49-point margin.
In the grand final for the Ballerine, couple of quick goals for Amos, and the margin's now 31. Amos 6-17-53 to Torquay 13-6-84.
Dobson up high. Would have been an impressive mark. Hickey at ground level though for St Joey's. Adams under pressure affected the kick ever so slightly. Allows Dowling. He's
Look
played a
at
good
him
game.
go.
This boy spears it to McMullen. Two Development League players at Geelong VFL. goes wide. Copley has to stretch. Couldn't quite love it. Goes the body. Bundles him over the boundary line. Right next to the interchange gates.
Jack Blood giving Copley a nice little pat on the back. Good contest, son. They'd be probably the same age, wouldn't they?
Yep.
I think so.
Yes. Spinning
Oh,
ball.
throw it
Just
in.
throw it to the Scheisenhausen as it comes back to Adams. Tries to get out of the tackle. Gives it to Lovick, who's under the pump. Free kick going to Adams against McMullen.
Over in the GD, 24 points the difference. Inverleigh 14-11-95.
look
Bannockburn
out.
11-10-76.
We fumbled that over the line then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Free kicks. Mark, sorry, is paid to Holtgren. And then, it's almost, don't know if it even come
wow.
in, did it? It just stays, hangs in. Allen gets it across Rees. Has he got a target down there? He has.
Oh.
Ball bounces off the back of the pack. Kick smothered. Featherston's there. What can he do? Riley Hall's trying to shovel it through, and he does.
That was-
over for a rush behind.
It was 3-on-1 there.
Yeah,
Joey's way.
and they stuffed it up.
Yep.
Everything's looked hard work going inside 50 for Joey's today. Just had no continuity whatsoever. Credit to the Saints though. They've
Been
pulled them
terrific.
apart. Dowling, that was a
Garner
great
coming
kick.
off as well. Wonder whether he'll
Yep.
stay
Yeah, I
off.
think
Now's the sort of time you do put a few players on ice.
It's been really good, Garner.
Yep,
Result all
absolutely.
but tied up. Dowling played some sort of game. The 19-year-old kicked towards Sam Dobson, couldn't complete the mark. Ball near the boundary out of side. Morrison keeps it in for St Joey's. Gets his handball clear only as far as the man I mentioned. Dowling gets his arms clear. Got the handball away towards Copley. Another ball up right on the far side. There's St Mary's 17-7, 109. St Joey's 9-7-61. There's 19 and a half minutes tick by. Thanks to Benny
Clock
go back.
started again. The ball goes up. McMullen might have won that one. Then he actually gets a toe on it. And it goes over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in out of side. I think there'll be one. Both sides will want that hooter to go for different reasons.
Yes. Not much out there to play for at
Nah.
this stage.
Spinning ball out of side. Up they go. Holtgren and McMullen. Holtgren wins it. Knocks it into the path of his teammate there in Adams, who can't quite get it. Allen's there to give him a hand. He's stripped of it. Ball goes to out of side. Free kick in the back to St Joey's, and that's Adams. Looking down the line. Oh, gee whiz. To Allen he finds. I thought he was going to play on with the handball. He doesn't. Wheels around onto that right boot. Puts it into centre half foot. Tutors the target. Oh, good strong mark.
No, play on it was touched off the
Touched
boot.
off the boot. Ball comes back to Jacko Davis. Goes to goal. Misses.
Shooter's fuming too. Absolutely fuming.
Oh, well, if they're touched, they're touched.
Tudor was the only one arguing, really. I think.
Not going St Mary's way. St Joey's way, excuse me. Daniel McMahon chips
who
in
he
short. Finds Sherman,
Yeah.
He's played all right for a bloke who's
hasn't
got a
he?
broken hand.
Yep. I actually questioned why they'd risk him.
Hasn't seemed to affect him.
You didn't I? I questioned
Yep.
why they'd risk him.
Be good with the extra week
Yeah,
to get a
absolutely.
break.
And Kane Tenace too, don't forget. Gives
Yep.
him an extra week to
Recover.
recuperate.
Does Tenace come back in?
Yes, he
Yeah.
does. But remember last grand final, Milky, exactly the same situation
He
and was
was
cooked
a
on grand final
liability.
day on,
Yes.
on
Yep.
this big ground.
Yep. Exactly the same scenario it'll be.
100%.
Yep.
So tossed in, far side, just forward of centre wing. Clever by Featherston in the ruck to palm it down as high it goes.
Yeah, McLaughlin's through
Look at
11
Jacko
metres.
McLaughlin. He has got a serious dose of the angry pills today, Jacko McLaughlin.
Hyder's done a
Hyder
great
just
job.
comes
He's
straight
coming-
back to
Hyder
it.
has just he's just there
He's
to
got
annoy
inside
them.
his head and he's had no influence on the game
Like a-
whatsoever, McLaughlin, after a fantastic debut season. Who was that? That's pretty ordinary radio, Wilbur. Ball on centre wing,
Sorry.
ground level.
Like a dog with a stick, no matter what McLaughlin's done, Hyder just keeps coming back to him.
I think that stuff dripping off the mic's not much good to you, Wilbur, either.
Not one for the
Holtgren
fans.
now.
All right, I got some Glen 20.
Holtgren goes in, Featherston gets it, handballs it out. He's dispossessed at ground level. I reckon that's Connors. Oh, gee whiz.
Jeez.
McMullen just got one high. Oh, that's sorry, he tackled high. Who's that at the bottom of that pack?
Yeah.
That's
Banks.
Adams.
Odd number.
At Adams.
Bannockburn are coming back, 13
Left.
points the difference.
Oh, Featherston drops a soda. Comes out to Jack Blood. He's played some sort of game as well. Goes down the line. Almost.
dear.
No mark taken. Oh! Back it goes. This is Ham, goes towards goal. Nobody
kicked it.
home.
He's kicked
Nobody
it.
home.
No.
Is it going to stop? It's going to stop.
They're out. Joey's out.
Unbelievable. That ball was just teasing us all. Eventually bounced the wrong way into the post. It was an open 50 and just took the wrong bounce at the wrong time. And now Joey's transition, Maloney, and they've got all the numbers here.
And a goal square.
Easily done. Palliaris goes short. Interesting option.
Still
Yes,
numbers
Jacko
in the middle.
Davis
Davis
was
in the goal
all
square.
by himself, but Ferguson marks either way,
And
35
will not
out.
pass.
Yes, he will.
Yes, he
passed
does.
it.
Bugger off,
I don't
Milky.
believe over the top by
Hickey
hand.
has one over the top. Davis is their elementary goal.
That was their best ball movement on. For the
Well,
whole
do
game,
you know
I'd
why?
say.
Because everyone was waiting for it to be a
Yeah.
goal,
Yeah.
and no one pressed except for the Joey boy to get the ball.
That's Jacko Davis' third goal, by the way.
Yeah.
Seems to always does it. He always manages to walk away with two or three goals.
2 from about a metre in, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. So
10-8 to 17-8. 7-goal margin.
You can blow the hooter in the Bellarine Grand Final. Torquay 15-7-97 to Ammo
Wow.
7-17-59.
7-17.
Oh, it's going to hurt.
Ouch.
Bad kicking's bad football. Pup.
Absolutely. Yep.
Watch your grand finals.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the cut we go. Van Shannon.
it's a sound
Marcus
theory.
Adams. Super Joe goes round the body, but the kick's partially smothered. Featherstone smashes it forward.
Oh, here
I
it
can't
comes.
get over
Here
that.
it comes.
Here he comes. Oh, Super Joe.
Oh,
Tried to
look at
crack
him
his way
go.
through. Jack Blood's there. Goes back to Super Joe. Wrapped up in the tackle.
And he's
Umpire
hit.
letting it go.
No, they let him go.
The umpire said, give it to me. Because your grand finals. I still can't get over that.
tossed up. Featherstone down to Adams. And then just dropped the footy, and the umpire said he got rid of him. Not sure how.
Yeah.
St Mary's still end up with the footy though, and blood
Look at him go.
streams through the middle of
Yeah.
Seven Stadium. The kick's yuck.
Oh, look at
Doesn't
this,
matter.
look at this.
Dobson spins on a
Number
dive
five.
and kicks goal
Five.
number
Bang.
5 and puts some delicious icing on this cake.
Delicious. Good on you, Bruce. You goose.
18-8, 116, and he gets a limp up too. Sam Dobson's keep an eye on him. St Mary's 18-8, 116. St Joey's 10-8, 68.
He's got to
Thanks
limp up
to
and kick it
Pendigo
too many
Bank.
goals.
Thanks to Pendigo. I can't believe you've gone delicious.
Oh,
I
didn't-
can't believe it.
It wasn't intended, just came out.
Barnesy, come on. As Zach Sherman comes off the ground. Well, Garner going back on. I thought they might have put him on ice.
Hey, Whitey, just keep an eye on Tom Gillies on the bench too. I saw him getting some work done.
As the ball comes out of the centre, finish up with Ferguson. Over that, they overrun it. Well, tried to give it off there, hit Al Hickey. Finishes up squaring it up, and it goes to Ben Maloney. We'll
As
go back
the-
and have a shot.
As the 432 helicopter to somewhere goes overhead.
So the old waterfront cruise.
Yeah.
She's the hospital one, that one.
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's actually hospital.
Where it
Yeah, it
is.
is.
Gee, the effects might work well as Maloney comes in, goes bang. Yeah, gets his first of any score for the day. I'll
What?
just talk over the top of that.
Just in case you couldn't hear the helicopter.
Is it landing on the roof here?
Yes, it is. St Joey's get their 11th goal. They go 11-8-74. Game is over. 26 and a half minutes gone. 18-8. A 7-goal margin to St Mary's. Thanks
So-
to Bendigo Bank.
Something St Joseph's can take out of this last quarter is that they will probably win the last quarter as well, kicking 5 goals straight to 2 goals straight. So
Well, not.
never know.
That's something.
Just stick with the numbers,
Take-
Wilbur.
Back in the middle. Van Shannon.
Technically numbers.
Oh, Milky's giving you another one.
He's got a
He's
point.
giving you a little drive-by.
He's got a point. The kid's got a point. Morrison.
The kid's
Switches
got a couple of weeks off.
Not just boy, he's got a suspension.
measures, goes back to Zach Morrison, has Hickey James on short, he's on the pain of defensive 50. Sam Dobson just came to the bench before, just limping off, think he'll be okay, didn't look too serious, but wasn't moving completely freely. He goes short again, Tudor spears into the middle of the ground
Shocking kick.
and turns it over to
Just a one
St Mary's
Yeah,
captain.
one step.
Got his,
It
got his
was
left,
almost like
got
I
his
don't care.
right
What?
boot off, and the trainer looking at his
Sorry,
ankles.
is that Dobson?
Yeah, yeah.
Whitey?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right ankle.
Ball comes out this side to Ling. Just happy to, I reckon they're playing for time now, St Mary's. 27 and a half gone. They're not really concerned about, this bloke has had 2 weeks of sensational footy, Riley Hall. Goes very wide to Hayden McMahon. Dom Petrovsky That's brilliant.
Tom Petrovsky.
Tom Petrovsky, is it?
Tom's brother.
Tom Bank.
Oh, well, yeah, Tom's brother. Comes back
There's a few Petrovskis as well.
Yeah.
There's McMahon's.
Riley Hall. They're just playing for time now. He comes to the kicks commentary side. Just have a look at that for centimetre perfect. He finds Damien McMahon.
As he pulling out the...
I don't start. Comes over to drop the drop. Oh, forget it.
Got him. Oh, full back. Blood. They're going.
About a minute to go.
Minute to go, says the pupster. Blood goes wide. Pumped out of play from Benny Capra.
Interesting figure in the St Mary's camp, boys, has been Stephen Stuffaluri, local fitness
Stuffer.
sensation.
Stuffer.
He put the work into the St Mary's boys with their run.
Might have been part of that 7-week session I was
Yeah.
talking about.
Mate, he's
Yourself
got
a
more
free
footy jumpers than bloody the AFL store.
Just got himself a free
look at
T-shirt
that.
for the-
Super Joe thumps one forward, ground level. Hickey nearly came through with it, couldn't quite.
That's ball.
That's got to be holding the footy, I
That's gotta be
reckon.
holding it.
Yep.
No, umpire
Ooh,
folds the arms.
Stuffer,
And we'll
Bell
do it all
Post Hill,
again.
Premiership coach.
Just keep forgetting which club he's at.
Yeah, that's it.
Seems to be a new one every couple of months.
Just got myself a free PT session by giving him a plug.
Tossed up. Featherston down. There's a whistle going the
hate
way
that
of
ruck.
St Joey's.
Is it the ruck free? No,
I
Super
think
Joe.
He's going to Super Joe. He's done. He can hold his head high.
Yeah, he's
Been one of their definite winners today.
One of the few.
Super Joey's just about directly in front. Isn't to be no problem either.
The margin's going to end up being 36 points.
Yeah, and it's been nowhere near
Very
that.
flattering.
Very, very flattering. They'll lose their first game of the season despite Super Joe kicking this or not. Oh boy,
Yeah,
bit of a
was that?
stutter step
Stutter.
from Super Joe.
I reckon he missed it.
Missed it. Puts the hand to the head. Through for a minor score.
Well, it won't be 36 points, Barnesy.
Yeah.
Well, you've got to hit yourself there, Coach.
I did, didn't I? Well, he was only 23 metres out.
That's it. Bendigo Bank scoreboard. It's 11-9-75. St Joseph's, St Mary's, 18-8, 116. Ball goes to the outer side, marked by Blood.
Good ball use, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. And he said he'd been really good today, Jack Blood. Playing beyond his years. Just kicks it up and under as the hooter goes. So that is the final score here. And it's St Mary's to go straight into the grand final. 11-9-75 St Joey's. St Mary's 18-8, 116. Where's Whitey?
Almost at the St Mary's race, boys. I've got to try and catch Troy Mitchell. He's got to head off to work. He said he might have a quick chat if we can grab him.